Yep, yep. I am a little bit early, but I figured to sit here or do it or not. You know how it goes. Never thought I'd see if anybody else is up early or not, but here we are. It's a Monday morning and it's halfway decent weather. A little bit cloudy, uh, but not too bad. I got two ships this morning, so that was good. And I got them posted. So TJ, what are you doing? You got to work today or no? Hey, Corey Mono, how you doing, Corey? Good morning. Oh, TJ's working this morning. All right. Are you at work now, TJ? Oh, you go in at 11:30. Okay. Well, I appreciate your patronage coming here to this channel as often as you do. Just keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. The um, the weather here is 50 degrees at 8:43 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And hey, Brenda, good morning. The projection for today is it's supposed to warm up maybe to be 60, maybe 50, 58 to 60 degrees. We'll see. Boone's been anxious going in and out, in and out, in and out. Um, he really likes it out in the backyard. He's a hunter, you know. Relentless. Good morning. How are you doing? So Lisa, anything new with you or just about the same? Lisa, you're down in Florida too, right? Oh, same as Brenda. Oh, you're in Detroit because I don't you go back and forth, Lisa? Yeah, out mowing the lawn this morning across the street. Huh. Well, as long as he still is happy with his job, Lisa, you know, keeps his heart happy. Hey, Lance, how you doing? Oh, he's got 40 years in with his company. Get a girl. You give your man a pat on the head for that. Hey, Lance, somebody said to me the other day that the northwest area is a very beautiful place to be, and I says, well, Lance never has mentioned that, so I don't know. You're keeping that a secret for yourself, there, Lance? There goes Boone running through the house, in the back door, out towards the front. Ooh, excuse me. Here comes the cereal man himself. Here comes Mr. Stickley.
What's up, Paul?
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Uh, TJ is up to his elbows in his cereal bowl. Gitchy.
Yeah, you'll make some breakfast here too pretty soon. Nah, fine
What are you
stuff.
gonna make?
I don't know. I got some bacon in there I need to make.
I'm gonna have to go today and buy some more peanuts. Hi, Bowen. Jump in right now. Okay.
Waffles. I'm not a big waffles fan. I have to really be in the mood for waffles or pancakes. French toast sounds good, but I think we're out of bread. Let's see. If I had to go in order, it'd be French toast, waffles, and pancakes. Pancakes are my least favorite out of the three. No, I got a couple packs of bacon and I need to make, so might make me and the kids some breakfast. They're still
Well,
sleeping, but
Justin, if you ever go to make spaghetti and meatballs, you need to call DJ.
that's one dish I have actually grown out of to not liking. I really don't care for spaghetti and meatballs anymore. I don't know what it is, but the last few times it was
That's
made, I didn't eat
DJ's
it.
favorite food.
What's up, Gitchy? I mean, I can still eat it. I don't know, dude. Spaghetti and meatballs just never sounds appetizing to me anymore. Guess just because I've eaten it so much over the years.
Gitchy said hi to you.
Yeah, I just said hi to
Or
yeah,
Giggle says, just put powdered sugar on toast. What?
French toast. That's normal. I don't have any powdered sugar, I don't think. 'Cause we don't use it very often. I don't think I have any.
Here comes Mr. Lance.
I'll have to go and look.
Good morning, Lance. He doesn't have a microphone going yet.
Morning, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You came on early this morning, huh?
Yeah, I was sitting around here. I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning.
Did you happen to see the Northern Lights last night?
No, I didn't. In fact, Gitchy was just talking about that. She wanted to know if anybody from Michigan stayed up to see the Northern Lights was supposed to be visible for all. I didn't see any.
I went out about 11:30 and stayed out till about 1:30 and did not see it either. Somebody reported between 2:30 and 3:30 that they came out, but not real spectacular. It didn't look like.
Yeah, I've seen Northern Lights in the past, years ago. Was spectacular in the sky, but
Yeah.
I've never actually seen them in person.
you haven't.
Yeah, I've never been far enough north when they were going on. So, if I see them in Florida, something has gone seriously wrong.
For sure.
Yeah, because that'd be called Southern Lights, right?
Well, there are southern lights. Like Dominic and them actually see the ones from the South Pole down in Australia. So there are technically southern lights. Just the northern ones are the most popularized. Not very many countries down south that get to see those ones. I just don't know if these two are going to get up to eat or not. Knowing them, they're probably up till 4 this morning. I just go out there and make myself breakfast.
Here comes Captain Joe. I think he just showed up just because you were here, Lance.
Oh, hell no. Lance is here.
Yeah, he's leaving now.
I tell you, Lance, I like that new camera you got on that whatever you were flying with all that glitches in it.
Yeah, it was my export on my Premiere, because the actual video is fine, but my hard drive is so full on that particular computer that it didn't export well.
What's up, Brenda?
Yeah, it looks
So,
strange. It
yeah.
looked like you were having all kind of problems with the feed.
Yeah, no, it was completely the export in Premiere to the
What's up, Warren?
final, and so I didn't see it until after I posted it either. So
Hey, Joe,
TJ,
all the ladies are saying hi to you.
Gitchy.
Well, of course.
Yeah, all the ladies. You got Brenda, Gitchy, and TJ.
Yeah, of course they're gonna say
No,
hello to me.
Lisa was here too.
Now
Oh,
wait
yeah,
a minute. You
Lisa.
got hey, what's going on with the chat? You got two sun stars.
Got two what?
I don't see two sun stars.
I just did that. Wait, hold on a minute. Stop.
Get it together, old man. I'm gonna call the facility.
Yeah, when I type in the chat at Sunstar, you got Sunstar with that S, and you got Sunstar different. It's in there. I got two of them popping up.
There might be somebody watching that's trying to copy her name.
That's what I'm thinking.
So if somebody tries to get on the panel named Sunstar, just don't let them in.
Yeah, so which one is the real Sunstar?
Well, obviously Brenda in the chat's the real one because she has a wrench. So
You see it right here? I got two of them.
yeah, or that could be some kind of glitch too. I don't know.
You saying Brenda's a glitch? I got two right there, Sunstar and Sunstar. So
All we see is your photographs on there.
that's not the screen I showed. I said I should share the screen. Hold on. Right here, you see the Sunstar and the Sunstar? You
Yeah,
gonna see it now?
yeah.
I got two. That's what caught my attention.
Well, that must be why TJ was asking Brenda earlier how come she changed her logo.
Yeah. That's that ass wipe that's out there probably.
Well, that's how stupid he is, Joe. When was the last time you ever saw Brenda join a live stream?
Oh, I know.
Never. Hey, Dre. Dre says Joe's seeing things.
Tell Dre to wipe his eyes. Stay in your lane, Sergeant. And Jonathan Jackson in the chat with his Mavic, Mr. Mavic 4.
What did he pay for his Mavic 4? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I didn't hear it.
What did he pay for his Mavic 4?
Can't remember. It was under 3,000 altogether. I know that. Corey's in there way back, huh?
Just the battery then?
Yeah, yeah. Corey came in, y'all need to say hello to him. Relentless is here.
I don't see the chat. So good morning, all.
Yeah, Corey was in right from the get-go.
I'm looking at this. So the only Sunstar I see in the chat is the S. The other Sunstar has a picture that came in later. It said, "Good morning, Justin." It was after Lance came in. We get you saying morning, Lance. It says, "Good morning, Captain Joe. Morning,
Well, Brenda has a
Justin."
rent, so if it is a
Well,
fake account, they won't have one.
both have a wrench.
Does Brenda have 2 accounts?
I
No,
don't know.
Then somebody gave the other Brenda a wrench. Now you got to figure out which one's the real Brenda.
Not me.
No, Paul
You
would
gave
have
out
had
a
to do
wrench
it.
this morning, Paul?
Only Paul can give out wrenches.
I know. Who you give a wrench to this morning, Paul?
I gave a wrench to.
I'm saying, did you see Brenda in the chat and think, oh crap, why doesn't she have a
No,
wrench?
no,
And you gave her one or what?
no.
Roger. In addition to the outbound Jaguar Island just past curb line, Algebra Guardian is 30930 and the Robot Versus.
Well, the funny part about it, both of them are almost identical.
Yeah, they slightly changed it so they couldn't, because YouTube would probably wouldn't let them have the same exact something. Or they screwed up.
I gave wrench to Phoenix A01.
Why would you do that?
Who's that?
I don't know. Who's that?
No, we just need some paper towels on the plate. Yeah, we do. Just get
Why
a
would you
paper
give a
plate.
wrench to somebody you don't know, Paul?
Well, I went and looked at his
Still,
homepage, and he had some ships on there.
why would you do that until
Oh,
you
I
know
mean,
for sure who it is?
Well, hold on. Was it an established channel at least? Was there a bunch of
Yeah, he'd
videos?
been around for 4 or 5 years.
Well, I don't see him in here. Well, I see him way back.
Way back about
Well, I mean, really just look at
8.
his channel. If it's an established channel, then he's most likely okay.
I don't know who iPhone is coming in.
Might be TJ or Ed.
I think it's Ed.
Well,
Just keep your hand over the thing.
Ed,
All right.
TJ.
All right, so
So-
both okay. The Orange S is Brenda as well. She was using her laptop. Now she's on her phone.
Okay,
If you go back in the chat and look, she says both are hers.
Okay.
okay.
yeah, that's well, I'm not looking at the chat right now because I'm cooking, but that's what I was asking if they were both.
We're about to boot him.
Yeah, both of them are hers.
Okay.
She made that clear.
He was pulling a Lance.
I couldn't see the chat, so I didn't know she wrote that. In there.
Hey.
Yeah.
TJ.
What's up?
Lance wants to know if you're pulling his Lance.
I'm not pulling anybody's Lance.
So Justin, Phoenix A01 has a. Let me tell you, it says 84 subscribers. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It says since May 27, 2020. Okay. But it's got a ship on the top. That's the only reason Paul gave him the thing. Look at the ship. I guarantee.
He doesn't have any videos or anything?
Y'all are gonna
He's
get
got
to watch
one
me throw
little-
moldy bread.
It's like a little
out to
kids
the,
video about
out to
growing
the
a flower.
ducks.
I don't know.
So what I'm saying, it could have been somebody copying it.
Well, what?
Saying, you like ships, let me put a ship on it. You know, so
What's TJ doing? Taking a leak in the lake or
No,
what?
no, I got some bread that I'm gonna throw out to the ducks or the fish or whatever is floating around out there because it's all moldy. I don't know why our bread keeps getting moldy for.
You put it in the refrigerator?
No, we used to, but we just kind of left it out. But I probably should start putting it back in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
No.
back in the refrigerator.
In the refrigerator makes it mold faster. Because it gets the moisture in it.
930.
If you had it in the refrigerator and you took it out, you had all that moisture in it. That's why it molded fast.
04.
So if it'll stay fresher longer when it's in the fridge.
No.
Oh,
Put it in a place where there's not gonna be a lot of moisture.
Well,
Well,
I
that,
keep a
that
loaf,
you
I
can, you
keep a
can
loaf of
put,
bread
you
in the
can
back.
put it in the refrigerator if it's well sealed. You just can't have it laying around in the refrigerator.
Yeah,
So
that's one thing they say don't do.
where do you normally keep your bread, Joe?
I've got it on top of a bread machine in the back. I leave it right there. And it never goes bad. Because there's no moisture right there. Who's letting Donald in? You're not doing your job, Paul.
TJ, do not feed bread to ducks
Why?
because it gives them angel wings. It gives them deformed wings. It's bad for them.
Oh. Oh, they seem to like it though.
Oh yeah, they like it. They'll eat it. They won't eat anything else. It doesn't have the nutrients they need, and it will deform their wings.
Oh, well, what do you normally feed ducks? Nothing.
Ducks can feed themselves.
Oh. How does it deform their wings? Does it have like some kind of
It does not have the nutrients that they need, and they will fill up on bread and not eat anything else. You know how when you go to a restaurant and you fill up on bread and you don't eat your dinner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look up ducks and angel wings, and you'll see what it does to them. I know people do it, and I try and tell people every time I see them doing it, don't do it.
Let's see. Ducks and angel wings.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure that's what it's called, angel wings.
Mm. Angel wing. Angel wing, also known as slipped wing or airplane wing, is a wing deformity where the last joint of the wing twists outward.
Mhm.
This condition primarily affects ducks and geese and is characterized by the wing drooping away from the body. While not life-threatening, it prevents the bird from flying. Oh, shit. Well, no more bread for the ducks then. I'll just throw it away when it gets moldy.
Yep. Good job.
That's crazy. I never
And
knew
feed
that.
Yeah.
it to the
I would
rat,
just let
feed
it
it to the
mold
rats
more and feed
with
it to
bushy
'em.
tails.
I always thought bread was good for ducks or whatever. But apparently now that I read
Oh,
that, it's not.
Don has straightened you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Uncle Don. Much
Is it
appreciated.
not good in general, or just not moldy bread?
No, in general.
In general.
Okay, so you're saying I need to feed the birds more bread?
At least give it to the squirrels, like Gitchy said.
And that's so common to see people actually feeding the birds too.
Yeah. People go out and feed to the park and take loaves of bread, feed the ducks. I used to do it until I found out about this.
Is there a specific type of bread you can use though? Like gluten-free or something?
Gluten-free bread.
Oh, no.
Dude, that shit's expensive, dude.
I think some people like. What about like seed? Like is seed good for like? Because I know some people like will bring like.
Yeah. Peas. Ducks love peas,
Oh, okay.
vegetables, stuff like that.
Like carrots and stuff.
Just go out to the lake
Did he
and
say-
pee on the ducks.
TJ? Did
Like-
he say carrots? He said peas.
Well, no, he said, and also said vegetables too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but peas are super cheap. You can go to Walmart and get a big old bag of frozen peas.
Let's look
99%.
up alternatives for feeding ducks.
It says leave them alone. They'll eat they get their own food. Like the same thing with squirrels. Ducks, just like the squirrels, can fend for themselves. Quit feeding them.
Yes. Vegetables like peas, corn, lettuce, carrots,
Oh yeah, corn. Yeah.
as well as grains. Any like full grains would be good too.
Oh, okay.
And seeds like so rice. I wouldn't feed them a lot of rice, but oatmeal would be good probably.
I would imagine
oatmeal,
it would.
yeah.
I don't know. Would it be cooked rice or raw rice?
I don't know.
To me, the
you could
raw
dig up-
rice might swell up.
You could dig up earthworms, or they sell mealworms that like for your pets and stuff. That also works. They like those.
Hey, TJ, you got a shovel?
But probably your best
Yeah.
bet.
Go out by the pond out there and dig a hole and get the worms and give them to the ducks. And just leave the holes.
Probably your best bet is to find like some sort of a cheap veggie to feed them, like lettuce or cabbage or
Yeah.
slice up
Oh, I
apples
was
or
checking
something,
them.
or some
I've
peas
never
or
cooked them in
carrots.
there before.
Yeah. What about like I don't know.
Hamburgers, no.
No,
Hamburgers
no,
are
no.
not good.
No, like what about bananas?
I don't know. I didn't get an extensive list.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Got a busy day ahead of you there, Uncle Don?
Yeah, I got stuff I knew I was going to do, and then I just got a few things that are leftovers from last week. They changed some way data is put into our system, and when they did that, they deleted certain information that I'm now going to have to go back in and put in.
Oh.
Okay, missing my lead page. Let's see if that is on the line item.
So Thursday and Friday, we're going to be 101, they said.
Woo-wee.
Sound like a good time to bring my drone up. Fly it for like 30 minutes in the heat.
Video reach higher.
So I got to PetSmart this morning at 7:30 to drop Cleo off. And I pull into the parking lot and I'm sitting there. It's about 7:15. I got a couple minutes. And I look over and the girl comes out. And it caught my attention because she was wearing the PetSmart outfit, short pants, real short pants, and then she had all kind of multicolored socks on that went up to her knees. It just caught your attention, right? Because she was pretty. She's bringing some trash out, puts the cart there with the trash, turns around to get another cart, and the cart rolls off into the parking lot, flips over, all the trash goes everywhere. It was pretty cool watching her run after the thing. Just don't feed them grapes.
Oh, don't feed dogs grapes.
Yeah,
You get bananas.
very toxic. We can't read
Blueberry,
it because we can't read it because you're squirreling through it so fast. Yeah, I throw a blueberry to Loki. He spits it back at me.
cantaloupe,
I wonder why
cranberries,
why don't dogs like grape? What do grapes have in them that's bad for dogs?
It's got something that's toxic to them. Grapes and raisins. It's the same thing.
cucumbers,
Very toxic to them. I think it shuts their kidneys down.
Oh.
mangoes,
Yeah, they ain't getting no mangoes. I eat the mangoes. Because they sit here at night with me when I eat the little cup of frozen fruit,
oranges,
and I give them some. It's better for them than giving the other treats.
pears,
Shit,
Orange,
they eat better than me.
orange, you glad?
pineapples,
Yeah, they
Orange.
love pineapple. Pineapple's good for them too. It works on the enzymes on the teeth to keep the teeth clean.
pumpkin,
What about cats? I think I tried to give our cat
Their dogs eat cats.
strawberries,
dogs dogs eat cats.
strawberries. They like
Like what?
strawberries.
Don't let
Logan
TJ
doesn't like
lie. He don't even
strawberries either.
like that fucking cat.
Yeah, I know. I
Watermelon,
know. That thing's annoying.
TJ hates his cat.
I try to shoot it with my dart gun, but I always end up missing.
No wonder
Don't
that
give them
cat.
avocados.
No wonder that fucking cat attacks you all the time.
the avocados are dangerous for animals.
She's always in my damn
Yeah,
way.
avocados, cherries, a bunch of other stuff.
Grapes,
raisins.
yeah,
Limes.
limes, plums, peaches.
Wait, what's it say about peaches? Hold on a minute. They got to be saying, let's say, contains the seeds inside the pits. Says. Okay, they're talking about the pits of them, of peaches.
No, don't do that because there's other people that need to eat.
So that's what it sounds like. They don't not to give them a peach because of the pit inside, because there's cyanide in it. So that was, you know what? I used to eat a peach and then I put the pit in my mouth and chew on it until I got everything off of it, and then I wound up breaking it in half.
Yeah, but
So-
it's one of those things, Joe, that it's like cyanide in large doses. One pit's not going to
Yeah.
kill somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe if you sat
Well-
there and ate like 100 of them.
But I give them like in my fruit thing. They got sliced peaches. I'll take one and bite it in like 3 pieces and throw it to them, and they'll eat the peaches that way. But that's not hurting them. It's the pits they're worried about. Because I'll tell you what, they will fight over pineapple.
Oh, well.
The 3 dogs. Frozen pineapple, they love it. And like I said, it works with their digestion, and then it works with their with the teeth. It puts an enzyme out there and it breaks down the tartar on the teeth. Helps with their breath too, believe me. Because Loki had the breath that would, if somebody broke into my house, all I gotta do is breathe on him. Walk once and breathe on him, that's enough. And if I give Loki like 2 or 3 little pieces of pineapple, then I throw him like a peach, he'll look at me like, "But I don't want this. I want the pineapple."
All right, I'm going to put some cheese on the eggs.
All right, cheese eggs. I love cheese and eggs. I like hash browns too with cheese on it.
Stay out of my private family conversations, TJ. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
That's funny.
Funny, that's funny.
That's pretty good.
These are our eggs, not yours.
Oh goodness. I wish there was a Waffle House around here. Like, I love Waffle House. That place is awesome.
I think Waffle House is okay. It's not like the best in the world, but it's decent enough.
Yeah. I like getting the hash brown covered with cheese and chili.
Ooh. Here, bring me your plate.
Thank you, sire.
And
It
that's
is
gonna be for
comfortable.
Bob.
So my son Justin has two other people that he's worked with that asked him what day he's leaving. He said because they want to see him the day before he leaves. At least the day before he leaves. Because they want to give him some money for the trip, but they don't want him to get it before. They want to make sure he has it on the trip. He's making more money not working than he did working. He had this guy Mike that trained him in the police department. He says, I got $1,000 in my hand you when you're leaving. He says, and if you send it back to me, I'm gonna send it back to you. I don't want it ever again. I'm just passing it forward. He said, if I find out you spending on something stupid, I'm coming after you. He said, that's to keep you going till you got your job. He's got all the paperwork he needs except the training from Post, from the academy, not the academy, the Post through Covington. And when he called him the other day, they were doing testing, so they couldn't get it. So he's going to try to get it today. And Justin, my son told Nick told him, he said, the good news is you're going to be here when we're gone to take care of the house. He said, the only thing I'm going to ask you to do is take care of the house and pay the utility bill. He said, I'll pay the house note, but you just make sure you pay the electric bill. And he said, and the electric
like
bill
a
is about
good deal.
100 a month. So it's about 100 a month. He said, that'll give you 9 months to a year before I'm back to save money so that when we come back,
Yeah.
you can move. That's what he told him.
Wow, come on.
I'll tell Bob
He
that.
said, I'm being nice. He said, so when we come back, you can find you an apartment, Because basically, Nick's only going to be around him probably for about 2 months, maybe total 2 months, maybe until Nick's gone, and then Victoria comes down here, and all the times he's going back and forth still, So it's going to be about 2.5 months, maybe, and then Justin's going to have the place for 9 months, 6 to 9 months, and then when he goes back, he said that gives you enough time. You have your established job, you should be saving your money, and you should be able to. And Nick was serious about it. He said you should be able to move now. So that's a pretty good brotherly thing.
What's
And
he going
Justin
to
will-
do if Slidell offers him a job in 2 weeks?
He said, tough, I'm going. The reason I know he's going for sure, he's gonna sold all his dressers. He sold his couch. He's getting ready to sell his bed because everything's up there. And he said, I'll just re-get it eventually,
Look this patch of garden.
Now he said it's too late. He heard from he went to the Fraternal Order Police crawfish ball over the weekend, and they were saying they can't believe he didn't get that job yet at Slidell. And a couple of his real close friends said that he heard they didn't give him the job. It's not that they're still looking at, but they didn't give the job because of his driving record. But in the interview, one of the main guys told him, he said, that driving record don't make, he said, it was so minor, I don't see why they even put you in IA for it. So it's something else. And like I said, something else, because when they started doing the background check, the chief took Justin off of his Facebook friends at Covington. So and the two chiefs know each other. So that's probably said something stupid about Justin.
Well, thick as thieves, you know?
Well, I'm telling you. But the other deal is the guy that trained him at the academy that knows him and has known him for the last couple of years, he said it's bullshit that we haven't hired you yet. He said because we've wanted you here from day one. So it's something going on between the two chiefs, guarantee you. So he said the hell with him. He's gonna make more money in North Carolina in the first place.
And what way?
Come to Seattle, they're paying bonuses.
And he's looking at the easy way, and he's doing it the right way because he's going to have a place to stay for almost a year. And he can get his feet back on the ground, and
There's only one reason they'd be paying bonuses in Seattle. Because nobody wants to be a fucking cop there.
I wouldn't either. I agree.
I wouldn't want to be a cop in Seattle.
I took the two
I've been watching all the stuff coming out of Seattle.
That was like Atlanta. Atlanta lost like, what was it, almost like 50 or 60% of their damn whole entire police department after those riots and everything. It was like you get in a legit shooting, but because of politics, they're going to throw your ass in jail and make an example out of you.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be a cop in areas like that?
That place is overrated.
I'm surprised they even still have a police. Some of those cities.
Hey Brenda, no, she's at the vet. She looked at me like, "Why are you leaving me?" Because she'll be there till about 2:00. They're just gonna monitor, look at her. It's just a wellness visit. She's got a heart murmur, so they're gonna check her out. She's been having a heart murmur for about a year and a half, and that's because she's gaining too much freaking weight.
Exactly.
A murmur?
Yeah.
That means the heart's not pumping sufficiently. So instead of hearing the doo-doo, you hear the. It's when the blood's coming in, it's actually trying to go out at the same time.
Oh, huh.
No, it's when your heart murmurs at you, TJ. Hey, you, I got a little bit of a blockage. I need help.
Well, what the heart's saying to her is, bitch, stop eating. Bitch, stop eating. Bitch, that's what you hear instead. You don't hear the beat. It's bitch, stop eating.
That's
bitch,
what I say when I watch 600 Pound Life.
Okay, I'm gonna call Justin. We're gonna look for these two inmates.
How much are they offering?
$50,000 each reward.
Dead or alive?
Well, they're gonna be dead if I find them. I'll put it this way: when I was flying at Pearl River the other day, I knew I was going out there. It's in the boonies, underneath the bridge, away from everybody. Closest thing to is the wildlife management, which is still way away. And I put the gun in my pocket. So I had my 357 with me. And I get out there and I'm looking around and I'm getting ready to fly, and there's an Escalade kind of parked back in the bushes. And I'm looking at it and I could tell somebody's in it, but I can't tell who's in it. So I said, well, I just know if this guy comes out, he got tattoos all over his face. Because that's this one guy they're looking for. You can't miss him. The tattoos he's got on him. I said, I'm gonna shoot. I'll just shoot him first, and then call him. Say, come get him.
That's crazy how some people put tattoos on your face. Like, why would you even do that?
Yeah, the first guy I saw was Mike Tyson. I thought, what? Is that real?
Yeah, he's got that big, like, whatever on the side of his face.
Yeah.
And then who else has it?
One singer, the big heavy guy.
Yeah.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, then you got Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
Jelly Roll got it. Yeah.
Lil Wayne. He's got tattoos all over his face.
What's your name? My name's Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Hey, let's give Paul a name. We'll call him I'm not Palmer. I'm Boston Cream.
Boston Cream.
That's his rap stage name, Boston Cream.
Yeah.
I ain't from Boston.
Don't do that too much, Paul. You hurt yourself. He's gonna be complaining about his back in a little while. Watch.
What are you doing?
He's getting ready to get his channel taken down.
I'm doing
some
my
lewd stuff.
Boston Cream rap.
And cream.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to try to take a video of Paul and put it through AI.
Yeah.
That would be
Rap about some Boston creams.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's funny.
Oh, Mark, I muted you, by the way, because you were having your conversation. I don't know if you were done with it. I forgot to tell you.
I blooming answered you then and all, even though you said I was muted.
No, I muted you when you and I guess Kate were having that conversation.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
It's morning for them.
Right, good morning then.
Yep, it is 9:30 in the morning here in Florida.
Have you had your coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Okay.
I'm really weird like that. I love the smell of coffee. I just don't like the bitter taste.
Tea?
Yeah, I drink coffee. Yeah.
No, I'm American.
Uh-huh.
A lot of bad stigma around the Tea Party.
Joe makes
TJ drinks proper tea.
Normal. That's wrong.
Yeah, TJ drinks proper tea.
Proper.
We drink Yorkshire tea, don't we? Yorkshire tea.
Yeah.
Some tea.
Paul drinks Diet Pepsi by the wagon load.
Yeah.
So you have a big belly.
By the truckload.
Yeah.
Barclay. That's
funny.
So much caffeine.
There's only Donald knows how to make proper tea and proper coffee.
Yeah.
I know how to make.
You boil the water in the kettle.
No, I mean on them.
Freeze it and then put it in the microwave.
Oh no, not microwave. It ruins it.
Oh yeah. That's how you do it. You put your milk in first and put your tea bag in, and you stick it in the microwave, and then when it comes out, you use some water to cool down the hot milk.
That's what I do.
Buy a kettle.
And then
make sure you put a little lemon in it too.
No, probably lemon
milk.
What about honey?
When I make a cup of tea, I'll probably put 6 or 7 teaspoons of sugar in it.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't see tea.
Oh, Donald.
Because I don't like it too sweet.
Donald, you got to do
Then you ice it down.
No, Donald needs to do a professional video of him just fucking botching making tea. Post it to the internet, watch it go wild. This is how you make tea in the microwave. The only way.
Yeah.
Is the water supposed to come out of the tap chunky?
You go see your doctor.
I'm telling you, Fisheye needs to make a video about making proper tea.
Yeah.
Tea isn't a tea. In a cup, boiling hot water with milk.
Funny.
With a kettle.
Yeah, me and David keep telling me that.
Go buy a kettle.
Okay, I have a kettle, but
that's pretty.
Well, use it then.
I don't like to use it all the time, what I do is I'll use the kettle to heat up the water first. Then I'll go ahead and put it in the freezer and freeze it, and then just pull out what I need and microwave it
Yes.
later.
That's Donald's
It's more
sense.
convenient that way.
Right.
That way I don't have to cook water every time. I can just pull the cooked
Yeah,
water
you
out of the
It's just heated up.
fridge and
Cooked water.
microwave it.
Make them get it tighter.
Got it, cooked water.
Oh gosh.
Well, technically, you would be cleaning the water by giving it a good boil before you freeze it.
You would
Proper
not be
boiled
cleaning
water.
it. You might be killing any
Bacteria.
creatures that were living in it, but they would still be in it.
Oh,
You
that's a
wouldn't be
form of
cleaning. You'd
cleaning.
actually be boiling it off, so you'd be concentrating any impurities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get that right, but you can't make a fucking cup of tea.
Lance is showing us a picture of his schoolroom, but you're not in school, are you, Lance?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in school.
yep,
The kids are still in school?
yep. I go to the 20th of June.
Put it on your calendar, Paul. You're still in school.
Yeah, he's 2 weeks behind us.
3.
He told you that last week.
Or 3
Twice.
weeks, yeah.
If you don't
He'll be-
remember, put it on your calendar.
He'll be going on to.
Get a bigger calendar, Paul.
I'll be going back to school before him.
Paul's gonna write on his calendar. Get a bigger calendar.
I went through pre-op today, and they say that you might feel a bit of pain in your leg if we use the balloon on it and everything. Oh, and there's a 1% chance of you dying. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, when I go and do the angiogram, you got to sign the papers that it's possibility you could die, right?
Yeah.
So they say we need you to sign all these releases. So this is the one saying you might kill me, right?
That's it.
I tell Mark it's not a large 1%, more of a medium to small. You know.
I told one doctor one time, because I told you I almost bled out once when the angiogram that was in the groin, it popped open.
Tampon
The
came
plug,
loose.
the plug came loose, and I mean it was pouring out. Stop it. It was
Hey, who's running anesthesia today? TJ? All right, change that 10 to 15 and make it 20.
What? Anesthesia?
Yeah. I tell you what, anesthesiologist could be your best friend.
Oh, yeah, that when they put the mask over your face or whatever, like when you breathe in that whatever.
Yeah.
That's it then.
Hey,
Yeah.
Donna, I was I have an angiogram once, and they got me under. You're under, but you're not totally under. So I felt a little pressure. I said, what are you doing? Because that hurts. And the doctor said, you could feel that? I said, yeah, I could feel that. What are you doing? And he says, hold on a minute. He goes, tell me when it stops. I said, okay, it stopped. He said, hold on a minute. Let me see it again. He goes, does it hurt again? I said, yeah, it's starting to hurt again. He says, okay, we're going to put a balloon we're going to stent right there. He said, I found an area. I couldn't tell if it was weak or not. He said, but you're telling me. And he said, so let me see. And he puts it in. He said, how you feel now? I said, well, don't hurt anymore. He said, okay, put him back under.
Yeah, they said if they can't deal with it with a balloon. They didn't say anything about that scrubbing thing that you said. They said they put a stent in if they can.
Yeah,
If they
stents,
sort out with-
they can run a stent the whole vein if they need to.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, anesthesia is a weird thing.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
They really don't understand how it works. They understand.
It's like
they understand how it works. They understand 100% why it works.
it's kind of like a not numbing thing, but it's like a gap. It's kind of like
yeah, that's what it's
It
like.
just knocks you out for surgery.
yeah, it makes
But it's super quick.
like kind of makes you feel really good, so you don't feel anything, I guess.
Yeah, but there's different types of anesthesia that have different effects.
God, can you just imagine if they gave TJ nitrous oxide?
Like when I had my kidney stone taken out and they knocked me out. That was the weirdest thing ever, dude. All I remember is sliding over onto the operating table,
And then you have
and
the
then I don't
twilight
remember
drugs.
shit.
The twilight drugs that just basically make you forget everything that you experienced.
Yeah, when I had my back surgery and my ankle operated on, they gave me like some heavy drugs, and I hardly don't remember anything.
I don't remember nothing, dude. I walked over to the table, and they said, "Do you mind helping us slide you over? Can you move?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I slid over, and that was the last thing I remember.
You know, it's not wrong.
I don't remember him
Boom.
giving me anything.
Boom.
And then I woke up a couple hours later yelling that it was Obama's fault.
Boom.
Oh yeah.
Here, slide over here. Boom. Well, Justin goes to the doctor that doesn't use drugs to put him out. He just smacks the shit out of him until he passes out.
No, they woke when I woke up, the nurses were standing around me laughing their ass off because I was yelling Obama did it.
Yeah. That'd probably crack them up. They were standing over you laughing because you said Obama did it, and also a little bit at your small wiener, but mostly because you said Obama did it.
No, they actually had to go to another hospital, get more string. It wasn't long enough. No, I'll tell you the worst thing about getting that done though, right? Was the doctor tapes over the piece of string over the head of your thing, right? But he does it when you're soft. So then when you got to go to the bathroom, that shit tightens up and rips them. Oh, yeah. That shit. Oh my God, that shit hurts so bad.
They said what you should have done was called Roto-Rooter.
Roto-Rooter.
So what you're saying is that doctors should be required to take a class called inappropriate boners.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, the nurses always say, rise to the occasion.
TJ, you know what an inappropriate boner is, right?
I think so.
Oh, okay, so like an appropriate boner is when you get a boner while watching the shower scene from Porky's.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and an inappropriate boner would be when you get a boner while watching the shower scene from an Auschwitz documentary.
Oh, okay. So it's like not a non-pornographic movie or whatever.
No.
The inappropriate boner is the one you got in the 8th grade math class.
No. Let me re-explain this. You might understand this.
Okay,
an appropriate boner.
You might have gotten an inappropriate boner in 8th grade gym class. Justin knows what I'm talking about.
No, you got a proper boner when you're looking at Playboy, TJ.
Yeah,
you get an inappropriate one when you're looking at National Geographic.
Oh, inappropriate would be like looking at National Geographic. Okay, yeah.
Or if you get one while you're watching Bambi.
Bambi never got me hard.
I was looking at those zebras one day and they didn't do a damn thing to me.
They did nothing for me.
So
the Bambi and that sweet little dovetail.
I was watching the mother rhino giving birth, and that didn't even do anything to me.
All I can think of a rhino giving birth is sucking Ace Ventura.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Oh, look, the mother rhino is giving birth.
What's up, Dusty?
Just
204. What's up, Ed? Morphine does give you a nice little feeling the first like 30 seconds. Yeah, like warm numbness going through your body when you're in a lot of pain.
Yeah, morphine will give you a nice little hug before you go out.
Yeah.
Feel warm.
My favorite anesthetic is definitely 30-year-old malt.
I think liquor does great when you got a really sore throat.
Liquor, what?
Take a couple shot. You take a shot of liquor every few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I always do. I'll go down to the beverage castle if I got a really sore throat. And I'll grab 3 or 4 of those little one-shot bottles and just space them out.
You know what I heard is good for your joints is like if you get the gold raisins and soak them in
Rum?
Yeah, and rum, yeah.
Rum raisins?
No, you just get old Jamaica chocolate.
Just get some rum and drink it.
Rum and raisin.
What do you mean get Jamaican chocolate? Has it got like some kind of drugs in it or something?
No, there's a Old Jamaica is the name of the chocolate bar that's rum and raisin.
Okay, so I'll have that. I'm waiting on it. Here we go.
I can't remember. Aren't golden raisins called sultanas?
I have no idea.
Oh, heck.
Curious where this stuff is coming from Amazon Haul because it's shipping like it's fucking Wish. Temu. You know, your Prime doesn't carry over on that stuff. So you don't get free shipping or anything. You have to buy a minimum amount.
They told me I was going to be getting my package somewhere between the 1st and the 3rd. And yesterday they updated it saying it'll be here Thursday.
There you go.
Which is not the 3rd.
That's the 5th.
It's like
maybe they're hitting some kind of. Maybe they had a hitch in their delivery system or something.
They just pushed about half of it. They're getting ready to push the rest. She gone.
all right. This feels inappropriate to be looking at.
They're gonna intubate her too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I got meetings.
Bye.
Monday morning meeting.
Don't work too hard.
Donald always works too hard.
Yeah. Oh no, it's crazy when you tell somebody that, like when you tell somebody not to work too hard and you're like, I'll try not to, but you always end up doing it anyways. I'm like, fuck. Can I just like come to work and not do a damn thing just one day?
Oh, you got to work for the council for that.
At your front door.
I'm just like get you a city roadworks job. You can stand around all day if you want.
Yeah, just
yeah.
Be one of the 20 guys watching the one guy dig the hole.
Yeah. So what do you do all day? Well, I just stand there and just watch people work.
That's called a supervisor.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Watching this.
Who was that coming in?
No, it was just next time.
No, one of them.
Got my background again. I think. We're not background.
Yeah.
You want me to get your thing?
Mm.
Who was iPhone 3 trying to come in?
I think they left. Because I saw it on the top of my phone screen, and now
Yeah, I saw iPhone 3. Is that Lance trying to get back in? No, he's doing video. It could have been Ed.
maybe.
Let us know in the chat.
Lance, is this your video right here?
Yeah, I did that. I did this on the way in this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's probably Ed trying to get in. He usually is labeled iPhone 3.
Well, he only came in for a second and jumped out.
Why is the video so laggy?
Because it's Zoom.
Zoom. It's not laggy, TJ.
No, on Lance's screen, it looks, I guarantee it looks smooth as hell.
So where did Paul go?
I have no idea.
Maybe the bathroom or went to go fly a ship. I don't know.
Well, he might be going lay down in the other room because he got up at 4 this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes he'll be doing random ass. He'll decide in the middle of the live stream, I'm gonna go mow the lawn.
He might be outside right now, climbing the ladder.
Better not get on that ladder.
And we ain't gonna stop him.
Yeah.
Well, the last 3 times they told him not to get on the ladder, he fell off, and then the neighbors had to help him get him up.
Well, first off, if you fall on top of your zero turn and you got to get somebody to drive 30 miles to get you up off the ground, and you didn't call 911, something wrong with a bunch of things.
Yeah.
One of them is the Boston Creams first. Well, I'd be going in and out of that, boy. Hey, Lance, they got a company up. Go ahead.
You didn't go through the tractors, did you, Lance?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
Right in the beginning.
In fact, I went through a bulldozer. I went through the tractors.
That part.
They've got a company on Highway 90 up about 5 miles from me that sells those, and they've got about 14 of them all together. And they're not open on Sundays. I'm gonna go up there one Sunday and fly all through them.
Oh, there you go.
I just said he left to go get peanuts and then a ship that's gonna be over an hour.
He said what? He went to go get peanuts and then what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You go throw
that makes
peanuts
sense,
at the
Paul.
ship.
You're gonna buy peanuts with money you don't have. Then he's gonna get down there late after buying the peanuts and go to take off and realize he don't have his wallet, his phone, or his SD card. And he's not going to check his settings, and he's going to find out he's got it disabled again because he was pressing too many buttons.
Ed, you coming back in or what? I know that was it.
We need to get the codes to his the cameras in his house so we can see where he's hiding out. 'Cause he might be making ice cream because it's about that time, ice cream for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's been about this time in the morning eating a bowl of ice cream. Ugh. We're gonna have a beautiful day. It'll be a beautiful day to fly, but I can't do anything till I know what's going on with my dog. I know what time she's gonna be available. Probably got time to fly and then go get her.
Just go fly at the dog place.
Oh hell no.
Well,
I'll
I
go
get
fly
it.
at the dog place if that manager, there was a manager this morning. She looked like she's in her late 20s, 30s maybe. She come out and fly with me.
No, go over there, take a nice little aerial shot of their business and tell them you'll trade it for a free dog room.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Tell me you want me to do some aerial shots of your business?
That girl come out there with them shorts on, with them socks up to her knees. She was pretty hot. Caught my attention. What you got to do is you got to catch both of these guys that escaped in the same place. That's 100 grand, man.
Well, like I said, they're gonna most likely go back to where they're familiar. That's why they probably caught some of them out of state because they probably had family there. So some
Yeah.
part
Well, they
of the
got,
area there.
I think, 16 people now arrested that helped them.
Because
Okay,
they'll
in
either
Colorado, the guy had a makeshift flamethrower he was using on people.
go somewhere where they were from, or they'll try to find that one really distant family member or something that they think the cops aren't going to be looking for.
Yeah.
But I want, dude, like, I just don't see the point in this. Like, I understand, like, I guess if you're facing a life sentence, you want to escape. That makes sense. It gives you something to work for. But if you're somebody that just escapes and you got like a year left on your sentence, like, you're just a fucking moron at that point.
Yeah. They said that he had a makeshift flamethrower. He threw a Molotov cocktail and hit it, like set 3 people on fire. They said they had video last
I
night.
mean,
I
your number
saw.
one concern, if you're going to try to get out of the country or to escape, is you need to try to get out of the country.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, you're just like, if you like, say you can actually make it to a country that has like no extradition, right? At least you don't have to sit and look over your shoulder all the time, dude, because you're going to live in a constant state of paranoia. And that's not a fun thing to be in, you know?
Yeah.
That's somewhere near New Mexico. The state of paranoia.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be living constant, like looking over my shoulder, just in a constant state of alert and yeah. That wouldn't make for a I mean, you wouldn't really feel free at that point.
That's crazy. Just walking around like all nervous and like, holy shit, I hope something doesn't happen to me.
I mean, your only other best bet is go wild and go live out in the wilderness hundreds of miles away from civilization.
Yeah.
Hope you survive.
uh,
Yeah, I went back and looked. He didn't say where he was going. He just got up and left.
Well, he can't be on the grass. He did that yesterday.
He could.
He's doing something around the house, and if you didn't go it.
yeah, because he didn't put his jacket or anything on to go fly or whatever.
Yeah, usually he'd be walking. Because usually when he goes to fly a ship, he'll walk back and forth in front of the camera a few times.
Yeah, but
he's got shit on both sides.
He'll say, "I'll be back. I'm gonna go fly a ship."
And unless he's eating the ice cream in another room, but I doubt that. I'm thinking he's sitting in his chair
Might be.
in the other room, just relaxing because he said he got up at 4 o'clock. Jason, hold on, where's the cover?
I meant to message him this morning too.
Jason,
attention on deck.
Oh, Jason, sorry I left last night. My power kept clicking off and on.
Oh yeah, no
Like
worries.
an
I didn't
hour.
realize you were gone until I was like, oh, Justin's not in the lobby anymore.
I put it in the chat, but then I went and laid down because it kept like every 10 minutes it would click off for a sec. So I don't know what the hell they were doing, but
Yeah, no worries. I figured you're like, I'm going to sleep. Or
yeah,
whatever,
I ended up falling asleep waiting for the power to stop freaking tweaking on me.
Nice.
Was y'all gaming last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
nice.
Hey, Justin, we see Jason on the channel more than we see Paul.
What happened to Paul? You had to go to the bathroom?
No idea. Hodges said that if you do go back and look, he did put his coat on when he left.
I did go back. I didn't see him do it. I saw him get up and walk off.
Oh, he went to go fly his drone? Nice.
I don't know. We don't know. He
I'm
just
seeing
got
the
up and left.
He just got up and rolled out. That's funny.
He come back last night talking about, all right, guess we'll go ahead and end it. We've been on for like 4 hours. I said, hold on, back up. I said, ain't no, we been on for nothing. I said, your ass been on here for a half hour. We've been on here for 4 hours. Well, come in here with that we business.
What do you got, a mouse in your pocket?
Cockroach.
A cockroach. Dude, I hate them things. Those things make me mad.
I know, right?
All those little fuckers are a pain in the ass to get rid of too if you ever get them.
Yeah.
Crunchy when you do them in the air fryer.
Ew.
Little Cajun seasoning.
Yeah.
I hate when I'm like doing something, I see one crawling around, it's like, oh fuck. Kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, they're bad in Florida, man.
Yeah. But they're not like I think they're more like German roaches, and it's not like really cockroaches.
Well, there's like 2 or 3 different kinds of them. But the
Yeah,
German ones are the most pain in the ass to get rid of.
yeah.
They're the most resilient ones.
Really?
But we got
Yeah.
these like little glue trap things that are all over. Well, we got a few of them like in the corners of the cabinet we got them in the cabinets, and then we got them in the corners of the counters and shit too. So that way, if they're crawling around, they get stuck on there.
Now, a bunch of our buses have a problem with roaches, and the bus yard keeps trying to blame it on, oh, well, it's because the kids are eating on the bus. No, it has nothing to fucking do with the kids eating on the buses. The kids are bringing them from their houses onto the buses.
But how are the kids bringing them? Oh, I guess because they hide in they like to hide in dark places, like their
Yeah,
book
they might
bags
bring
and
their bag on the bus, and they might have one sitting on their bag, and it falls off and takes
yeah,
off running through the bus. And yeah,
yeah.
it's not from kids eating on the buses. It's from kids bringing them from home.
Yeah, that's weird that
Yeah, down in Florida, you get the flying ones also, don't you?
I've never seen flying ones.
Bring your pet to
Well,
school day.
they do fly because they obviously have wings. So
I've never seen one fly, but
Yeah, they get big enough to pick up small children and fly away. You better lock up your little doggy.
You've been watching too much.
like that episode of Family Guy when that big huge fly just grabs the kid and just like flies away with it.
Jurassic Park cockroaches.
What kind?
Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
They're crazy, right?
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Ed, you coming on the panel or what? You came in the green room for like 2 seconds and left.
Ed will be working.
Yeah, he got. I looked back at it. He got up. He was sitting there. Don was talking about an inappropriate boner, and he started looking different ways. And he scratched his head. Then he looked the other way. Then he got up. Then a couple seconds later, he must have went around. You seen him walk across with his jacket on. He picked up something and took off, like his phone, and took off. Didn't say anything to anybody. So he's outside climbing the ladder, or he's outside trying to fix the zero turn, or something. Guarantee, because there's no ships coming.
Did you find somebody to weld his zero turn or not?
No, you gotta go out there and try to fix it himself and wind up on top of it
You
again.
cannot
wait
fix
30
it
minutes
if
for
it
somebody to
needs-
come get him.
If it needs to be welded, there ain't nothing he has at that house that he's going to be able to fix it. JB Weld is not going to hold.
Yeah, that won't work.
JB Weld.
JB Weld actually.
The only option, maybe if you could drill a hole and throw a bolt through it to some kind of way to get it together.
Yeah.
You know, like
I've
put a little
had-
brace over it.
JB Weld's worked a few times for me for some little tiny projects, but for the most part, it's kind of shit, to be honest. Because it doesn't take much to actually break it.
We're not in.
Use no more nails.
You got to recognize though that's coming from Justin with them big old bear paws.
What's up, babe?
Pack. Broke.
What's up, babe?
What's up?
You heading off to work?
Oh, we're sitting on the vehicles because it's pouring.
Why do you look like a lesbian biker?
What the fuck? You're so what the freaking reading outside? Look.
That's a choice, bro. That's a choice, Justin.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
TJ, that's not funny, TJ.
Hey, TJ, I
That's
got,
right,
I got
TJ,
one for you,
somebody.
TJ.
He's
You
over
guys
here
are ready to
laughing.
hear it. I got one for you.
What?
Okay, you ready, TJ?
I was laughing at Justin laughing. It was kind of fun.
TJ, you're hurting my feelings.
No, it was the fact that Justin was laughing. It made me laugh.
What am I, a clown? Do I amuse you? How am I funny?
How am I funny? What am I? Do I make you laugh? What the fuck is so fucking funny about me? No, he's
All
a
right.
big boy. He knows that shit. What'd you say?
All right, Joe, tell your joke.
If you get an empty room and you put 20 blind lesbians in the room, where do they think they're at?
Fish market.
Fish market.
Yeah, you told us that the other day.
Yeah, I just wanted him to hear. I don't think DJ heard
I don't think I heard that one.
it. He didn't get it.
Justin, you ruined the joke.
That's all right.
TJ didn't get it anyway. Listen to him.
He didn't get it.
When TJ doesn't get something, he sounds like a chainsaw trying to start the can. Yeah.
Good.
That was good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Sometimes you can have comedy gold and TJ just right over his head. Yeah. You say something just off the wall, just kind of random, and he just loses his shit.
Yeah. Comedy gold.
Comedy gold made him laugh. You heard that?
Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm telling you, we need to change this stream to Studio B without Paul Murray.
Yeah.
He's probably taking a poop.
No, he's not. He put his jacket on.
It might get a little sweaty in there. Maybe that's why I need to put the jacket on.
Man, it's raining hard here, bro.
Yeah, it was raining hard here yesterday. I didn't even go out to fly. I think it stopped raining by I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I was like, shit, I guess it's kind of late to go flying now.
Oh, so check this out. News story just came out. F-35s are getting an upgrade to be autonomous.
Oh man.
Some of the F-35s.
Oh, that's gonna be badass.
Dude, you should have saw the tests they did with the F-16s. It was an absolute success. Those things were just, and then they put the pilots up against real pilots and simulators. They couldn't beat these AIs no matter how much they tried. Because the AIs were willing to do shit the pilots weren't.
Yeah.
Like they were just doing these crazy ass maneuvers with the planes that the pilots would have never thought to try to do because of safety concerns, you know? The AI don't give a shit. It knows what the stress level of the plane is and it pushes it to its max. But you got to think the AI can calculate that, right? It can say, if I bank this way and the stress level on the plane's this, it can calculate it real quick and know exactly how to twist that plane around.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't have
it's like
to.
in that Top Gun Maverick, or even though it was a piloted enemy aircraft. It maneuvered like crazy. It was awesome.
I'm going to tell you, I love that movie, Jason, but it made no fucking sense. Why would you have not used an F-22 or an F-35 for that mission?
Cause Top Gun, bro. Top Gun.
I know.
That's right. You tell him, Jason. You tell him.
Playing it in but I said this about the movie when it first came out. I was like, it doesn't make any sense why they would use FA-18s to try to avoid missile systems that are going to lock onto a radar signature when we have fighters that can avoid that. And then 6 months after the movie came out, these two fighter pilots from the Navy did a reaction to the movie, and they enjoyed the movie. They said it was a good movie for what it was, but they agreed with me. They said the same exact thing. They said it didn't make any sense why they would pick that plane over the other two.
What kind of were they using in Independence Day when they were shooting at the alien ship? What kind of planes were those?
FA-18s.
The F-18s are faster and they can maneuver faster, like going.
Oh, not faster than an F-22.
No, I'm saying for maneuvers too.
No, the F-22. Have you ever seen the F-22 maneuverable video?
No.
Dude, that thing can turn on a dime literally within feet.
Oh shit, eh?
That thing is super maneuverable. One of the only planes that's got thrust vectors.
What is that? It can turn on. How does a dime even turn?
Because think about how small a dime is. So the term is turn on a dime, which means turning really small and tight.
Oh. These funny expressions, like they're like, what the heck does that even mean?
Like the F-22 can pop its nose straight up in the air and almost hover. Just sit there. Without stalling out. That thing is badass, dude.
Yeah, they're badass. They're pretty freaking cool.
You're talking about the $300 million jet, too. Versus like a Hornet would cost like, what, 50, 60 million? Big difference in technology.
I don't know what it would cost, but if that were the case, yeah, for sure. Gents, I'm at work. I'll see y'all later on.
All right, have a good day.
Have a good one, man.
All right.
See you on
see you,
$4.99 an hour. He's
Yeah.
claiming he's fixing his work computer.
Yeah, right.
I'm just testing the work computer.
We're doing testing. We're testing, right? We're always
stress
testing.
testing the system.
Making sure it works.
Drop down. My bus just arrived, so I'm just gonna drop down.
All right, then. See you, fellas.
See you later.
I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Don't work too hard.
Not today. Okay, see you in a bit, guys.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disappear in a bit as well. I've got an appointment at 4.
What time is it over there right now, Mark?
After 3:25.
So that would be.
So your appointment's only in like 30 minutes?
No rain.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be right down the street then or something, huh?
It's about 2.5 miles away, something like that.
That's not that bad.
It's okay.
Only takes 10 minutes to drive there.
Gets me to drive him after the freaking time.
What you got your daily checkups?
No, I'm having a ECG monitor fitted for 24 hours.
I mean, you must have some good insurance, TJ. You get daily checkups. At best, it's usually a monthly checkup.
Yeah.
TJ got a live-in doctor at his house.
He sleeps in the closet.
TJ's like, come in the bathroom. Look at this shit. Am I healthy?
Is this okay?
Does this mean I'm dying?
The
little green.
a little red in there.
It's only tomorrow and Friday when I haven't got to go somewhere for an appointment.
Yeah. So you working today, TJ? You off?
Yeah, I go in at. I was supposed to be in at noon, but my manager texted me like, "Hey, can you be in here like at 11:30?" I was like, "No, I guess so."
Do you get to go home earlier then? Or are you
No.
gonna have to work the whole?
I think I still got to close the store. I think.
So what happens when you become a shift leader or manager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not salaried. You're still on an hourly rate, aren't you, Teach?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not saying.
Partly, yeah.
But, even though companies technically can't force you to come in because you're hourly, but you're like a shift leader or say a manager, but not salary.
Yeah. But
that still looks bad on you though.
Yeah.
You get paid the extra hour though.
Show up.
Oh, yeah.
Just
but it also, but it also looks bad if you constantly turn them down when they're asking you to come in, you know? Even though
Yeah.
technically you could, because
Yeah.
you're not salary, they cannot force you to come in. But
Yeah.
then they're going to look at you as not being a team player, you know?
Yeah. I always like, there's a few people that we have that are like always fucking late all the damn time. It's like, oh my God,
Do
really?
you have the ability to write people up, or do you have the ability to recommend a writer?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't think I've ever
You
asked
need
that.
to find that out, because you need to start holding those fuckers accountable if you're
You
a
do.
manager, bro. You're either going to be able to recommend a write up, or you're going to be able to do a write up.
I'm gonna ask that question. That's a good question to ask. 'Cause
Dude,
I never really thought about that.
you start holding them people up, man, and being late all the damn time.
Yeah, because I'm always on time, man. If I'm scheduled to be somewhere at a certain time, shit, I'm gonna do it.
Like I said, you're a shift lead. Bring it to your
I'll be-
manager's attention too.
What?
It said you're a shift lead. You need to bring it to your manager's attention.
Yeah.
Say, look, on my shifts, I'm noticing these people are constantly running late. What should we do about it? See what they say.
I've had a discussion once or twice with my manager, kind of like laughed it off. But you know, right? We have this one kid who's like always late all the time, and I told her, like, look, you need to have a sit down with this kid, man. He is late all the time, and
You know what it could be is that
I said, look, you need to talk with him or let him go or something. She just kind of like laughed about it, because right now we don't have enough people to work with us or whatever. Like, and we get a lot of call outs all the time. You know,
you know what happened is you ran into the manager's little boy toy.
we had one new hire. She worked 1 day and quit because our manager asked her to do something. Thought it was really hard work, and she just quit like after 1 day.
You know that kid you talking about being late all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the manager's little boy toy. You know, little play thing at work. And you done went and told on him, and she's like, no, not firing him, bitch. That might be the reason why they're not doing anything, is because you guys are short staffed.
Yeah.
I mean, how many applications do you guys usually get a week? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've seen people.
There's got to be fucking.
I've seen a lot of people come in and out for like interviews and shit like that. I'm like, oh, she must be trying to hire more people.
What's the starting pay? 15?
I think so. Yeah.
That's not too bad. I mean, it's not the best pay, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not for a start off position.
Yeah.
What's up, Jody?
You go fly a ship, Paul?
No, I had to go pick something up.
Oh.
Boston creams, you ran out.
What'd you go pick up?
Peanuts.
Oh God.
Oh, that's exactly what Hodges said in the chat earlier. He said he was going to get peanuts.
Gotta feed my little buddies.
Hodges predicted that.
Well, I can't let them go without, you know?
You can.
Right, Mark, we better set off.
I don't know at this point, Mark. Those squirrels might be so fucking so used to being fed, they might die if you stop feeding them.
The only way that you can really justify feeding the squirrels is if you get one of them running wheel treadmills so that they use electricity for you.
Is Jody in the chat? I think I heard Jody's name. What's up, Jody?
I met a guy not too long ago that he had a pet squirrel, and he said that he was just walking one day and it just jumped down on his shoulder, and the damn thing never left his side. It's just like, you and me are going to be friends now.
That's because the squirrels look at us as like family, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just a little baby squirrel jumped on his shoulder one day and he ended up becoming friends with it.
There's some places in the world where they eat their family, but not here.
I wouldn't mind having one of those little sugar gliders. Those are pretty cool.
I've always wanted the thing. They're like nocturnal animals. They only come out at night.
I always wanted a ferret, but never got one.
Yeah, I wanted a ferret too. I want one.
But you have to get the glands taken out, otherwise those things are so smelly. One of my friends had them, and that was one thing he used to raise them, and he would tell you.
That's like a skunk. Some people have skunks, but they have the glands removed.
Right. My friend him and his grandparents used to raise ferrets. And when I was over at his house in North Carolina, every once in a while, somebody would be coming over to buy one. And that's one thing he would tell them to do: take it to the vet, have the glands removed. Otherwise, it's going to be really smelly.
Hello, Frank.
All right, I'm out now. I'll see you later.
Where are you headed, Mark?
He's got a doctor's appointment.
ECG appointment.
Okay. Good luck. TJ, you don't go to work till this afternoon, right?
Yeah, I go in. Well, she wanted me to come in at 11:30, so I'll probably get off here and start getting ready.
11:30. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10:30 now.
Yeah.
You need to primp yourself up for an hour or what?
Well, I got to shower and probably run the razor over my face a little bit.
Make a good impression, TJ.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I'll see you guys later on.
Okay, TJ.
Ew, gross.
Adios.
Yeah, TJ.
Later.
So, Lance, are the kids in your class yet, or no?
No, I'm actually subbing for a teacher for my plan, and so they'll come to me in about 45 minutes at 8:15.
What classes do you sub? Just whatever they need you for?
I'm subbing for a U.S. history class this morning.
Okay.
One of the guys upstairs called in sick and did not get a sub.
So are they just pull you guys in between your classes, or what? Just to fill in?
Every once in a while they ask you to sub if they don't have someone to cover. I probably do it. I probably sub maybe once every 10 days, sub for a teacher during my plan. And they pay you extra.
Oh, that's good. At least you get a little compensation for it.
Yeah. It's my beer money if I drink beer.
It's your drone money.
There you go, drone money.
So how many more years do you think you're going to teach before you decide to call it quits?
You know, Justin, I'm hoping one. That's, my wife and I were thinking two, but we kind of got everything together, and our guy said, you could drop your keys right now if you wanted to. And my wife's not quite ready. So I'm like, let's do it. Let's go one more year.
Well, and you need to get yourself some hobbies lined up, ready to go, so you're not keeping yourself busy when you're retired.
Yeah. That's my hope, is one more year.
Well, you got golfing and drones already, huh?
Yeah. And my wife asked me to fly the drone this weekend. She said, "You need to teach me how." I thought, all right, that could be her hobby. I had my daughter's boyfriend. I said, "You want to fly the drone?" He said, "Sure." So I let him fly it. And when he came back, my wife said, "You need to teach me." I said, "Okay."
My grandma retired. All she did was travel around to where a few of her kids were living.
Have you flown the greatest drone you just had repaired, the Neo?
I got it back and I took it out of the box on Sunday. I got to link it to my app. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I've got it in the car. Maybe I'll run out and grab that and link it. I'll link it here in a few minutes. And then see how it flies. They've called me about 3 or 4 times asking me, and I haven't answered, but they're, they want me to answer some questions on how I felt the repair went.
Was it a new one or what?
Yeah, it's a new one. Or I should say, it's not the one that crashed.
Not the one you sent them.
Yeah. And the box was sealed. And the battery that I sent back was the battery I got back, and there was not a battery in the box with the drone. So I got the original battery back and the drone.
Yeah, because they just keep sending out replacements instead of you having to wait a week or 2 for them to actually fix it.
Yeah, I'll plug it into the computer and see if there's any flights on it. Probably not, but I'll let you guys know.
I mean, it's smart to do it that way for a fast turnaround for the customers. You have pre-refurbished drones ready to go.
Yeah.
Downbound, upbound, behind you.
Joe, you still editing?
No.
You going flying?
I'm waiting on hearing about the dog first.
Oh, yeah. This dog's at the groomer, right?
At the vet.
Oh, vet.
So you took him to the vet?
7:30 this morning. I said that to you the other day.
He's been there all the time?
Yeah, it stays there.
What's wrong with your dog?
Nothing.
You're
Just a
just
wellness
doing a
check.
check. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're gonna cut her nails and they're gonna keep it. They'll keep it till about 2 o'clock. Because this morning they do all the surgeries, and then they get to anything they do in surgeries or spades or anything like that, and then they'll get to it.
Yeah, they get those out of the way first. Yeah, it's not raining here right now, Dusty, but it's cloudy. Sure, we'll get some rain sometime today. Usually it's like clockwork during the summertime when it starts getting hot. It's like every day between like 12 and 4 o'clock it'll rain. Clear out by like 5 or 6. Only about 1 out of every 15 storms you'll actually get rain all day long.
Gone again.
He's feeding the squirrels there. Yep, you hear that door open.
Why doesn't my camera work? Oh, there we go. So.
Oh, Lord, turn it off, turn it off.
Yep. Plug this thing in and see if it has any. I wonder if because they could have copied the videos I had on it, right? Back onto this one.
Probably not.
They could have been nice and did that, but they probably didn't.
See, Lance, now you got to figure out where your daughter's going to go after college. That's where you guys will end up moving to.
I forget how to pair the drones. You remember how?
Yeah, a bunch of my uncles and aunts did that after my grandparents died. And they retired. They all started moving wherever their kids were living.
It says Neo detected. They click on it. Nearby devices.
I'll be honest with you. If the Marine Corps came through for me, I'd probably move.
To
I don't know
Seattle?
where I'd move to, but I probably would move.
To the
Well, a lot
Pacific
of yeah, a lot of parents, though, especially ones like Lance that only have one kid. I've seen them do that after they retired. They ended up getting wherever their kid decided to plant roots at. They'd end up moving there,
Yeah.
be closer to them.
Well, like if I knew Nick was going to be on the East Coast for a long time, I would probably move somewhere out that area. Close enough that I wouldn't be right there, but close enough that on a weekend he could come run out to me. I could run out to him. I'll let him have his space.
So I said, as soon as my grandparents passed away, like my dad's, a lot of his brothers and his sisters, most of them lived in Southern California the entire time I was growing up, except for one of my aunts that moved around because her husband was in the military. So she was never around. We only saw her every few years. But all the rest of them pretty much lived within a couple hours of each other, but they all started moving after my grandparents died, and wherever their kids decided to end up landing, that's where they ended up moving to.
Activation successful. Done.
Oh, nice. Jody won some silver last night on the coin channel. They were giving out silver as a contest. The little silver bars or coins or what?
What should I do, Joe?
I tell you what, it's cheap. It's not expensive. I think 2 years was like $70, maybe. Not much of it. How much is 1 year and 2 years?
You know, you think though, instead of just having you do care refresh and then paying more on top of it when you send in, they should just add that all together when you buy it.
Well, it's like $20 for a replacement. 29 maybe.
I know, but why don't they just add that into the care refresh price to begin with? I don't
I see your
understand that.
point.
I guess to make the care refresh seem cheap. I don't know.
How much was it, Lance?
29.
29.
That's for
Now,
1
1 year
year?
or 2 years?
1 year.
What's 2 years?
I don't know. I already pushed the button.
Yeah, 29 is not bad. I think 2 years was cheap. It's like $29, maybe $50 or $49, something like that.
I don't know. I never bought the Care Refresh. I just bought the insurance through Amazon. Because they would just give you your money back.
If
for
I
the
buy a
monthly
drone
spent.
through Amazon, I got that plan that I pay monthly on
Yeah.
that covers every electronics. The only reason I keep the plan is it covers my computer.
Yeah,
So if
it's
something happens to the computer, it covers it.
that's what I'm saying is it's like it's they're and they don't make you pay anything additional on top of that. What you paid at the original price is what you paid. If your insurance plan was for 2 years and it was only $14, you're only out to $14. And they just refund you the entire amount you spent on the item. That's what I always said, man. Amazon and Walmart's insurance plans are actually not bad at all. I used to get people all the time coming in. You know, they buy like a 32-inch or 42-inch TV, and it'd offer an extra like 40, $50 for a 2-3 year plan on it. And they'd always say, "Oh no, that's stupid. Why would I do that?" I'm like, because in 2 years, if it breaks, they'll literally just give you all your money back, and you only be out the money you spent on the plan. That's it. They don't fix shit. They don't want to fix a TV that's worth $400. Costs twice as much to have a repairman come out and fix it. So they just give you your money back.
Like I had that camera that went bad. You remember the one I had on my live streaming? It went bad, and I checked on it. They covered what I paid for it. They paid for it. I got a brand new one.
Yeah.
Now they wanted the camera back, you know. So I sent it to them.
But yeah, and then they'll give you a shipping label for that too.
Yeah, they did all of that.
You don't have to pay for anything.
But I've still got another year's warranty on the computer, a 3-year warranty. And then I've got it covered, so if something happens where it decides to break, I just contact them. Say, look, it's not working. Can't get it to work. Dead.
Well, and you can go like I could go buy that coverage plan right now, and it automatically covers all my past purchases.
Yeah, that's that monthly plan.
Yeah, it's like 16 a month or something you pay.
But you know, if you stop the plan and you had it covered on it, it's no longer covered.
Oh, so you have to keep it active.
It's got to be active, which I don't think's right. I think everything that's on your plan, if you decide to cancel it now, ought to be active because you paid for it already. Or you paid more than I paid at least a year and a half on that $16 a month. But it's worth me paying $16 a month to know if something breaks. Because if I bought the Air 3S through Amazon, it'd be covered. But my question,
and just like your computer, because look at your computer. You're looking, you spend a couple $100 for a couple of years worth of that insurance.
Yeah, it's worth
that's
$2,000.
still cheaper than for a $2,000 computer. Yeah, it's worth a couple $100.
Hey, Lance, I'm gonna make you a light box.
What's it gonna say?
And for the drone, I'm gonna put the Neo on it.
Just make it one big Neo.
Yeah.
Greatest drone in the world.
There you go. Put a big Neo right in the middle and then just put lettering around it. Best drone in the world.
That came out nice. I was gonna do it in black, but I said I'm gonna still do it in red, white, and blue, but a different way.
Put that on there for me.
But I tell you what, what I did different than what Johnny's doing, Johnny and them would do the blue part, and then they'd make a white piece that goes in the back. This has got the white. After it gets to a certain point, I put the white in there, and then I went back to red. So that white part is part of the blue part, and that way it kept all the lettering together with like the A right here. That stayed on it, they had to glue all the little pieces back in. There's one piece on the other side right here. There's R over here. See how it's a little crooked?
Yeah.
That one fell off. And instead of me just waiting, I had to leave it still. It wasn't finished printing. So I stopped the thing and put a little glue on it. And it stuck it long enough that the white came over and held it in place. But unless you really know it, you don't know it, you know?
So how does it shine through? It shines through the white. The light shines through the white, doesn't it?
Yeah, what?
And just because it's thinner, or the whole thing is fairly thin? Because the blue even lights up a little bit.
Yeah, the blue lights up a little bit, but it's going to shine through the white better.
Yeah.
And I like it the way it lights up because it lights up the whole thing a little bit.
Yeah.
And I put on the back, I put just a little battery powered. It's got what you call, if you look real good, you can see the lights on the inside. It's called fairy lights. It's just like a little strand. Now, I've got some other lights coming that are going to be USB. And I'm going to see what that does.
Oh, this is what you need, Joe, right here. These are nice. I got a switch on them and everything, and they come with plugs.
Yeah. But see, my question is this. The ones that I'm worried about, they come like in a row, 5 meters to a row.
Uh-huh.
Now, the thing is, I'm not going to use 5 meters of the lights inside one of these. So when you cut it, where you can cut it, the rest of it's no good. You know, the good news is only like $2 a piece.
Somebody's flying their Neo.
Maybe.
Greatest drone ever made by DJI, right?
Go in attack mode.
It's about to watch.
Success.
Joe would have took out half that classroom already.
I'm telling
Not that motherfucker. Turn off, you bitch. Chasing around the classroom, swinging a pipette.
You see it go hit. So, go flying across. It's got to be the lighting.
Oh, I hear a chair. I think he's gonna have to get up on a chair to get it. Flew to the
Yeah.
ceiling.
Gonna hit a ceiling fan.
Well, guys,
Jody's saying.
I'm gonna go down and catch a ship. You guys want to keep
Okay.
going on?
Jody said you can get connectors to reuse.
Yeah,
the
I'm reading
other
that.
ones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen them before. Hold on, let me.
Joe, what do you want me to make you the host?
No, leave it like you got it.
Okay.
If we decide to get off, we'll just leave it running.
There you go, Joe. So you need some shit like this. They got little connectors. See how you can splice them together.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So like
That's a
right,
good idea.
like right there, you'd be
Yeah.
able to angle them.
Okay, that
Those
makes
are
sense.
relatively cheap. You get 24 pieces, 2-pin. I don't know which kind you would need though. That's the only thing you'd have to figure out. So I'm sure there's different sizes or styles. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
John
they're
has been ordering something.
different or
I
not.
told him, I said, when he gets back, I'm gonna come up there and look at what they got.
I mean,
Because
they
they've got
all
it
look.
set.
They all look 4-pin too.
Yeah, that looked 4-pin.
And they got some really nice screw down ones.
Yeah,
Get 25 for $10. Yeah, so they're not expensive.
that's cheap. Because I got a 5-meter strip coming. Then I found another strip that's a light bar, just a little bar that is like, I think it's 8 inches long. And I figured if I could make like a nameplate that's 8 inches where it fits on the inside, that's why I'm waiting for it to come in to see how thick it's going to be. And That way it's USB and it's also remote control. I might make a nameplate for my son's a desk for the Marine Corps, and he could have it on his desk where it lights up. You know, I'll make it in that green and purple because it'll be more greenish, like a military type.
Yeah, if you get the cut ones or whatever, like you were looking at getting, so you might as well pick up some of those.
Yeah.
Then you can make your own custom sizes, which would be really nice.
Watch this. You gotta go out the door, it'll go boom into the doorway.
He looks real nervous, like he's not supposed to be in the school. Like, I'm broke in or something. He's looking around. Where's security at?
They're saying, look at this crazy old man teacher. He's ready to retire. Boy, you can tell he just don't give a shit. He's got so much tenure.
He got so much tenure. He's so deep in the union's pockets. He's like, I ain't getting fired for nothing.
I can do what I want to do. I know Joe.
And here comes the math teacher. She's pulling in late. There she comes right there. It's like, really?
Busted. He said, I can do what I want to know. They just asked me, I said, I know Joe.
He said he walking with so much tenure attitude.
Oh, Lord help me. We've got to trip fall and be like Paul on the ground.
Should have came out the classroom. Oh my God, it's chasing me. Take off running.
Have a SWAT team show up.
This drone's chasing me.
All of a sudden, you're going to see SWAT pull up. They got a rogue drone in the school. We got a call. There was somebody running around with a drone chasing them. We brought an ambulance so we could take them to the mental ward. They have a 103M.
Those LED lights aren't very expensive, are they, Joe?
No.
Oh, Joe, did you answer Brenda?
No, I did not. Oh Lord, too much. Her plan with the see, the reason I keep them on the plan is they give me the heartworm medicine, and as long as I have them on the plan, if they came down with heartworms, they treat them, and it doesn't cost me anything. And that shit's expensive because I had to deal with that one time, and it was like, this was back in the 80s, and it was like $1,000, for one dog. But the two dogs get wellness checkups once a year. They get their teeth cleaned once a year. She gets X-rays now because of the murmur, so we don't do the teeth cleaning. Her teeth look fine. The doctor said take her off that, put her on the other one, and it cost me $73 a month for Tino, and it cost me $83 a month for her. So it's 160, almost 160 a month that I pay. But if they have any emergency, they can take care of.
Yeah, come on in. You sit anywhere. Make sure you try to drink your drink before you come in, though, okay? Because I don't want to run my computers, okay?
So basically, what happens is if it's like all emergency stuff, they take care of them. Now, them. Only yeah, it's expensive to do that. But as long as they got the medicine, and I'm getting it on the plan, it covers them for that heartworms and stuff. And that's the biggest thing. And they get two checkups automatically a year. And if anything happens, I go in, it doesn't cost me any fees except for medication. If like when I went in with Tino with the eyes, when he had the pink eye in both eyes, Johnny, it cost me $50 for the medicine. Look at this lazy guy. We
Well,
don't
you're
hear you,
muted.
Hey,
There
can
you
you
go.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Looks like he's on vacation.
I am.
it looks
Oh,
like
look. Let me see. How you turn this camera around?
You turn the phone.
it. That's what Paul would do. Welcome to Studio B and Friends, formerly the Paul Murray Show.
Wow, where's Paul?
What do you think?
Oh, doing the thing?
He's only been here. We've been on for 2 hours. He's only been here about 30 minutes.
How you flip the camera?
Like that.
I think it's under more settings.
Uh,
I'm not entirely sure of that, to be honest.
Johnny,
yeah.
take a look at my camera. Best drone ever.
He got his new DJI Neon.
Best what?
He got his
Best drone
replacement
ever, he
Neon.
said. What do you expect out of Yankees? What does it smell like, though? Did you do a smell test?
Johnny looks more confused than Paul reading an email.
Am I on?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're on. We're looking at you.
I'm trying to get the camera turned around.
It's under the settings somewhere. I know that. I just can't remember exactly how to get to it because I don't go on the phone very often.
Additional settings. I don't see it there.
Or it might be under video settings where
Sounds
the
like
camera
video
settings
might
are.
be the one.
I think it gives you a drop down list.
Hit the wrong button.
No, I think he has to go to the video settings, and I think under camera it gives you a drop down list, and you can switch it from there. But you got to go wherever you set your mic and your webcam. Oh, there's the bell.
Here they come.
Do you have a no drink at the computers policy?
I do.
That's good to have.
Unless if you're, if you've got tenure, you have to worry about it. Kids
What
love
you need to do is get one of those for all your students.
And when Lance gets pulled in the office for doing something, he just sits there and he goes, "Oh, let me grab my coffee mug. Oh, it was a gift for my tenure, straight from the union."
I got 2 of those. I've never used them.
Oh, have you met my union rep?
Yeah.
We hear you.
We hear you.
He's up there,
Yeah.
like by you.
All right. Do you see me?
Yeah.
I see you.
I don't know why I can't flip the camera around. I've done it before.
So is that a wobbly dock?
Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a dot.
Good morning.
No, it ain't too bad.
Yes.
So
That's
my
the
question,
howl.
y'all going fishing?
Yeah, we've been Yeah, look. Hey, let me show you what Lena caught. Let me see.
Where are you guys at? Are you guys in Louisiana still?
No, we're in
it's up in
Alabama. Bremen,
Alabama.
Bremen, Alabama. Smith Lake. All right, here we go. She
Went
caught
from
this
one.
by herself.
Oh,
Holy
nice.
shit. That catfish is about 3 pounds.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Guess y'all gonna be eating catfish tonight.
Yeah, we gotta get some worms though. They caught that with some liver. That's the whole house up there. You gotta walk down here.
That's
Well, I tell you what, I'd be eating catfish every day.
You ought to see the driveway to get down to some of this though. Oh my God.
Well, forget it. I can't get back and forth up that thing. I'd be having chest pain.
Oh well, I take the ramp over this boat ramp. It's a lot easier than them 150 stairs. But you can lay out here, man. They got fans under there, and we're getting a boat tomorrow delivered. It. They can bring it. This is a guy's boat, I guess.
So how long y'all gonna be there for?
Till next Sunday.
Nice.
Or Saturday. We might come home Saturday. I don't know. I think the guy said we could stay to Sunday, but everybody probably be ready by Saturday.
That should
Now,
do
have y'all
what
got to
everybody-
sing any happy birthdays there?
No happy birthdays.
Well, that's a blessing.
Yeah, no lie.
No, what you do is you let everybody else leave, and then you and your wife enjoy a night on your own. Leave Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, the Lawson, he goes to walk out on this thing. Yesterday goes, Papa, that thing is shaky. But it's not, I mean, it's floating, but I mean, yesterday was Sunday evening. I guess they had a lot of traffic up here, you know.
That's nice though. But those stairs that kill me.
Oh my God. That's only, wait, I'm going to walk up them.
Actually, I'm saying that, but since I've lost 30 more pounds, I've been walking up and down my stairs
1,
and not
2,
paying attention to it.
3,
It's not
4,
bothering me.
5, 7, 8, 9, 10. My drone's over there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's only one flight.
Look at this one. That looks like the 1,000 step in Hawaii they got.
No, see, Joe, that would be good for you. You're losing weight. You'd be doing all that going up and down the stairs.
Huh.
Next thing you know, you look like your 20-year-old self again.
Yeah, right.
Oh. That's not that far.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I'm down to right at about 231, and it's a big difference because that's 30 pounds. It's a big difference going up and down my stairs. It's like easy now.
They got fire pit and stuff.
Oh yeah, I see some s'mores happening.
Yeah, they actually left a s'mores kit.
Dude, I like s'mores, but I can't eat more than one, dude. That's just too much chocolate and marshmallow. Usually after one, I'm good.
Yeah, one's enough.
And you don't have to put a half a fucking candy bar on the graham cracker either. You just put one little piece. That's plenty of chocolate. I usually only put 1 or 2 squares on there. That's it.
Look at the driveway to get up.
Well, Lord help me. Is that another house?
That is a house.
Oh, that's the house y'all in.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms is it?
5.
Not bad.
Johnny sound like you out of breath.
Yeah. It's a hike.
Telling you.
Yeah, I took the Amber's
Boy,
reading a
that's nice,
book.
though. Look at
Dude,
that.
I could
That's
sit
nice.
out. I could sit out on that dock all day long, dude. As long as it wasn't like
Yeah,
piping.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Hey, Joe, look at this. Check this out.
Oh, Lord help me.
Boston butt.
when y'all gonna have that finished?
It'd be ready. It's probably ready now, really.
You gotta let me know about 4 in the morning, because that's about how long it take me to get there.
Okay.
So how
Yeah,
much of the family you got with you?
everybody, 12 of us.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah, this thing, he's
so
got
go
kayaks.
to the
He's got
main office and just tell them you're here, and then you're going to drive to the 400 hall, which is right next door, and pull up, and I will just.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
look at
long. That's a lot of walking.
Yeah, this is just going around. Yeah, but you got to come down this freaking. You got to come down this hill. It's the top of the driveway up there.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
You guys gonna do
Quiet
any
a bit.
tubing or anything, or just ride around on the boat?
Yeah, we got a tube to pull. We got a big old hot dog you sit on the pool, and what else? I don't know. Got all kind of. They've been swimming already. Just out there in the. I got them already put the R3S on. Went through about 3 batteries.
I muted you, Lance.
Oh, has he got a bunch of students coming in? Oh, they're playing the music on the bill.
Is he singing?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
they
Lord,
play
help me.
music. They play music on the.
Your books are here.
He's not dancing like that. Tenure won't help him.
No, they play music on the loudspeaker around the school.
Oh. Yeah, Lena caught that catfish. Pretty nice.
Nice.
I think they said they play music between bells. I think Lance said, or something like that. Because if I remember correctly, you had a 5-minute bell, and then the bell, like, you had to be in the class or coming into the classroom.
What y'all doing? They got Chewy in there, the dog. Chewy don't know where the hell he's at.
Yeah.
They got the satellite dish tied to the side of the road. Oh man, Joe, you going flying today?
I probably will. I got the dog at the vet. As soon as I hear from him, I might go before that.
You guys got internet there and everything?
Yeah, it worked pretty good actually.
I don't know if you were using your cell signal or.
No, I'm on Wi-Fi. Oop.
Is that like way out in the boonies, or is there like a little town nearby?
It's about, I'd say it's about 12 miles off the interstate, but it's not. I mean, it's kind of not too bad.
Kind of on the outskirts of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of remote back here, but it's not too bad.
See, I like the fact of having like private property, like more rural area, but not very far. I like it to be somewhat close to a city.
Yeah, it's not, I don't know. It got a Dollar General about 6.8 miles. So it ain't too bad.
Yeah.
That's what I like about that property up in Covington at
I don't
4.5
think it's
acres. About 4
highway.
miles from the Winn-Dixie.
What's that?
That property my friends still got for sale up there. They wanted 450 grand for it. The thing's down to 380 right now. And people look at it and they don't want it. You know,
Yeah,
they say it's just not what they want. If that money would come through with the Marine Corps, I'd jump on it.
Yeah. If it ain't sold right now, it's just too high, period, you know.
Well, I know. You know, I might be able to get it for 320, you know.
Plus it's too much to keep up.
Well, like I said, I'd go out there. If the Marine Corps came out with the money they're talking about, shoot, I'd get somebody to cut all the trees I don't want down. I'd have somebody to trim it up real good, and then I get me a zero turn and go out there and I won't hit things like Paul.
I hear you. All right, guys, I'm
Once
gonna
a week.
log off.
Later,
I'll be
Johnny.
listening. I'll be listening.
Yeah, stay safe. Yeah, I get me a zero turn. You see me out there like Forrest Gump once a week. I put me some khaki pants on and a hat. I saw his drone fly around the ship. So what we need to do is we need to go up to Michigan one time when Paul's not paying attention, and when he's flying, we need to go because he leaves his hatchback up, and we need to empty out everything in the back. So when he comes around,
or just keep
he'll say,
sneaking in, not just keep sneaking into his house and moving his shit around.
"Oh, that'd be
Oh,
even better."
dude, my cousins did that. So 5 of my cousins, my dad, after he got divorced of his third wife, he was living by himself. My cousins kept going over to his house when he was at work at the base, and they would move shit and they would take things. He came home one day, he calls me on the phone, he was bitching because he was like, all my silverware's missing. I don't know what the hell happened to it. Somebody's fucking with me. They'd go in and like steal his packs of gum. He'd buy a whole pack, like a whole big box of gum, and they'd go in there and take it. Like they were
What I would do, first thing I would do, is I get the peanuts and I'd hide them, and then I'd take all his Pepsis right there and move them to another room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they were doing to my dad. They were taking shit and they did it for like 6 months. They were fucking with him. And he was going crazy, dude, thinking something weird was up.
I take his mouse, because I know he got more than one mouse. I just flip them different sides. What else could we do?
Turn his chair around.
You can unplug his power chair.
Yeah. Turn it around and face it the wall, the other side of the wall.
No, don't even do that. Just unplug it. So when you try to get it to work, you'd be all pissed off because it ain't working.
Just keep unplugging it. Or set one of those smart switches on it and you can sit outside the window. Turn it off and on.
Hey, if we got a Wi-Fi switch on there and we get the password, we could just do it from here. That would be hilarious. Have it set up to his TV and everything. So all of a sudden we turn his TV off. And you go to be work, look at it. If you fool with stuff, we turn it back on.
Oh, when we were teenagers, dude, we were fucking with my grandpa. My cousin had got this little watch and it had an IR, like remote control thing built into it.
Yeah.
And you could program it to a TV and control it. And we were sitting outside my grandpa's window. We kept turning up his volume and turning it down. He was getting pissed. He thought something was wrong with his remote.
Yep. Well, see, he's got that. That's not it's either a rice cooker back there or it's a Instapot.
It looks like an Instapot, but he's got a brand new panini maker back there. He's got a bunch of brand new appliances. He's never used
Yeah, I
any
can
of
see
them.
that. He's got he sure got his Pepsi though. That looks like a coffee pot on the side, right? That gray one.
I want that fucking Star Wars thing he's got in that Funko Pop. I'm going to send them both to me. Add it to my collection.
If he had somebody he could trust, where he could do like a yard sale, and get them to take all that stuff out and put it out there, and somebody that would pay attention, make sure nobody's walking off with it. You know, he could probably make a few $100.
Oh, easy. And he's got a lot of big, like a lot of tools and shit he doesn't use either. Those
I
would
want
sell
to know
like
what's
candy, dude.
behind. I want to know what's behind that blue thing. It's curtain.
Those things will sell like hotcakes, dude. If you're selling a bunch of tools and shit.
Yeah, what's behind that curtain? He's got the blue towel up there.
I don't know. He always has that hanging up there, though. I think it's just more appliances back behind it.
Yeah, but why would he have that up there?
I don't know. Might be a towel he uses for something and he just hangs it up there.
He just don't want nobody to see what he's got there. Probably where his safe's at. I'm telling you. Because he be telling us all this bullshit, but I guarantee you, he lying to us.
Got a whole safe full of gold bars.
I'm telling you. $105 for peanuts. Lord help me.
Dildo collection. Paul's too square for that kind of collection. I don't know. Paul said he never drank, never partied. He didn't really do anything.
Yeah. It might be it, Frank. Jody said he's hiding peanuts there. That's what I was thinking first.
That's his backup stash.
He might have a couple more Pepsis up there that nobody know about. That's his emergency stash.
It's his go bag with Pepsi and peanuts in it. It's gonna take off real quick. Paul, what's back behind that blue rag?
Come in.
He don't remember.
Back there.
He don't remember.
Well, watch him pull it down. It's just a bunch of fucking silver and gold bars stacked up. Oh, I forgot those were back there. He is a collector, JD, 100%. What is that? Is that the panini maker?
This is a bistro. And this one is a griller. And then over here I've got a
That's I guarantee you would use that bistro.
I'm telling you.
That thing's nice. That's one of the big stainless steel
it's
ones.
made by Wolfgang.
Yeah, Wolfgang Puck.
Yep.
Go good with your pans, Joe.
I'm telling you, I haven't opened them.
Look at that.
Lord help me.
Yeah, I'm the opposite, man. There's a couple of things that I tend to hold on to, like electronics, cables, stuff like that, and maybe some PC parts, but vast majority of shit, if I'm not using it, I throw it away. I don't hold on to shit. But if it's been sitting for a long time.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, the UK. Good evening, Australia.
Shut up, Justin.
What's up, David? No.
Hi, Laura. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
I'm having a fantastic day, Joe.
Don't ask me something why.
Hey, Laura, what happened at the end of Stitch?
I'm not telling you.
I already know what happened.
Why, have you seen it?
No, but no, because remember you were telling us.
You do know, right, Justin, that isn't what happens at the end, what he told you, yeah?
He does die.
He doesn't.
Yes, he does. He
David
drowned.
said you were bawling like a baby in there.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. He lied.
Did I lie?
You lied.
Do you want to admit that you're bald, or would you like me to show on the picture?
Share the picture, right? And I'll get you done for showing things that you're not meant to be showing.
Ooh.
I was in public place. I'm allowed to show. I'm allowed
You was in a cinema where it says no photography.
Ooh.
Next.
See what happens.
I'm going to do my own live stream. Goodbye.
Come on then, fuck off.
Hi, Laura.
Is she going to do TikTok?
See us again soon. Justin misses you.
Justin can miss me as much as he wants. I don't play Fortnite at the minute.
What?
I'm not been playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I know.
Don't think anyone's been playing it.
Nobody's really been playing it much the last couple of days besides Jason, that's it. Other than that, I haven't seen a lot of people playing.
Oh, it's shit. I'm hoping they'll learn from this and not fucking bring it back. Or at least make an effort next time.
Like on my friends list, I've noticed there's been a lot of people I haven't played in a few days. It just seems to be a slow week.
Yeah, people are just fed up with it.
I was just waiting for that 7th update. Like I said, I wouldn't mind this season. My biggest gripe, like I've said a million times, is just they didn't do the map. They should have redone that entire map of Star Wars thing.
Yeah, they didn't put the effort in.
No, I think the effort was 40% at best.
Not even that. You just brought characters they've had in the past out and been done with it.
Well, I tell you what, Chris O put this on there a few minutes ago. I need to catch me some of those.
Oh wow, that's a good haul.
Well, that'd be some good eating.
What
too.
are those?
That's crappie perch. Like it's actually being that big, you got a lot of meat on it. It's kind of like a sweet fishy type meat. It's not fishy tasting.
Is that
but
fresh water?
Yeah, it's fresh water. It's got a more sweet taste to it.
You're not allowed to eat that over here.
These are unbelievable.
The guys have been down underneath the bridge, Joe, fishing and catching a whole bunch of them. A guy today got 2 of them with one cast. This big.
What kind?
Pickerel.
Yeah, but
I
these
don't know
right.
if
What do you
they're-
mean you can't eat freshwater fish in the UK?
You don't eat it. You got to put it back.
Why?
Oh wow, you guys only allow like sea fishing or what?
Yeah.
Are the fish
Yeah.
protected or what?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, why not?
They may have
Yeah.
been overfished at some point. Well, it's
Doesn't
just
make
like,
sense.
yeah, but what I'm saying is some places have issues with overfishing, and that could take a while. And then there's some animals that get put on a protected list because of some past issue, but then has now been rectified, and they just never remove them off the list.
Yeah.
Like here in Florida, sandhill cranes were on the list because they were endangered, but now they've flourished. They're everywhere. They still haven't taken them off that list. And there's other states that allow you to actually hunt them. Idaho's one of them. But if you shot and killed one in Florida, you'd get all kinds of trouble. But the thing is it's good when populations of animals get to a certain size to allow a little bit of fishing. Or I mean a little bit of hunting. Because it does help keep down on diseases and stuff like that.
Not really hunting, though, is it?
Well, over here, hunters are pretty serious about it. Like,
Yeah,
if
but
you-
fishing is not hunting. Literally, what
Oh,
you're
no.
doing, right? You're dangling a bit of food, on a hook, and this poor fish goes, "Woo, din dins," and then you go, "Ah, got you, fist." That poor fish has got a massive hook stuck in the side of its face. And then you put it back in, you drop your hook back in, it goes, "Woo, din dins."
I'm still have to wait.
Not rising to the bait, JD. Yeah, get it. No one got that bit.
No.
Not rising to the bait. Talking about fishing.
Oh, I thought you said rising to debate.
No, rising to the bait. To the bait.
Well, if you're using bait on a rod, the fish will come up because they want to debate. Get the
Oh, there you
bait.
go. They just saw dinner and got abducted by some alien, an anal probe, and then put back in the water. And then they go, "Oh, food." They'd be like Justin with a burrito. Ooh, dinner.
Like, I'm not really big on sport hunting, but if you're doing it to actually and the meat's not going to waste.
You mean
and
trophy hunting?
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as you're using the meat and not just wasting it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even, I mean, because, I mean, some hunters do go hunt out just so they can find a deer that they can stuff or whatever, or get taxidermied.
You know
But
what?
as long as they're not wasting the meat, if they're at least donating or
You just
giving
get.
it to
I've
someone,
just got a great
I'm
idea.
okay with that.
I'm gonna get some filament and print out like a cabbage and a carrot and stuff like that, and have them mounted on the wall. The vegetarian trophy hunter.
Well, I think what we ought to do is we ought to push everybody that has any extra meat to send it to send it to David, because he's collecting meat.
You do that. See you in jail.
What?
I'll come and visit you in jail.
I bet we could contact a whole bunch of farmers and stuff, and they'd send you the extra meat.
Well, you
Almost,
guys can't do not jack shit because your meat is banned over here.
most farmers don't do the butchering themselves anyway. They send it to
To the
a
abattoir.
facility.
The abattoir.
Can you imagine about 6 cows tied up out in front of David's house?
Hey, the
Yeah,
cow.
well, at least they wouldn't have to worry about David eating them.
Yeah.
They have a better chance of survival at David's than my house.
I like what Lee Evans says about cows. He went, mad cow disease doesn't exist. He said it's just a cow with shaving foam. He goes, if we ain't mental, they won't eat us. Starts frothing at the mouth.
That ICE wraps up largest ever illegal immigration operation, 1,461 arrests.
Getting people left and right, yeah. Down here, they're just going after the criminals at the moment. At least the local police are. That's all they're going after. Because they were issued 700,000 removal orders
Right.
for people that had violent crimes and stuff like that.
Well, that's what they're doing. They got all these orders. They're going to find the people. They got one out of a school yesterday, a high school, a kid out of high school that was here illegally and had a couple of crimes. They went in and got him.
Because even the sheriff's department said that they're not going to look for people that are just illegal. He said, we're not interested in those people. He goes, we just want the criminal ones.
Yep.
You see,
which technically they're all criminals because they broke the law coming in. But he's saying he only wants the violent offender ones.
see, that's my take on it. Yeah, if you wanna migrate across the world, fine, but you must follow. When you land in that country, you must follow their laws, their rules, and if you break them, back off. You're gone.
Yeah, that's see, Florida's got 1.4 million removal orders for like violent criminals. People have been arrested multiple times. So they have removal orders. Do what?
I said, bye, Justin.
Why?
Removal.
No, but they only received 700,000 so far. The state has, so they're working on those ones, and then they're going to work on the other batch of them.
Did TJ ever call the DMV or?
Yeah, he's on some removal order list.
I'm knowing TJ, probably not. TJ's got to have the ambition himself to. When we just tell him to do things, sometimes he don't feel like doing it.
He didn't write it on his calendar, Paul.
No, I think he was comfortable with seeing that his license at least was still active. Because that one site that he went to, that he put his information, it tells you right there. It looks in the database and tells you.
Supposed to make red beans and rice today, and I forgot.
Didn't write it on your calendar.
I don't have the rice. I got to go buy rice. That's why I haven't made it. But I can make it in the pressure cooker.
We have rice all the time over here.
Man, that medication is getting Joe bad, man. He's not eating nothing. He's forgetting to even make food.
Yeah, I'm not hungry.
My doctor wants me to go on one of them injection things.
You see this cup, Justin? I had cereal up to here this morning. That was it. And then I probably won't eat again until about 4 or 5 tonight. And then I'll probably maybe make a salad with chicken strips or something like that.
You know what? When my doctor puts me on this injection shit, I want to be the first one to be able to break it and say, "Ha! It fucking worked."
I told the vet this morning, I said, I don't want to hear no crap about how fat my dog is. I said, because I said, yesterday I had limited food in their dishes, and she's standing over there, and they're going and getting mouthfuls of food and dropping it on the floor for her.
Joe, come in. Look, I didn't come in here for you to fat shame my dog. All right. Yeah, but you might have to start separating her when it's time to eat. And like give the other dogs like so much time to eat, and if they don't finish it, you pick it up and put it up on the counter.
Don't eat it in a certain time, pull it off the floor.
Yep.
But I'm going definitely to the groceries to get some cabbage or something like that today, so I can start feeding them more of that.
That'll be when Joel goes to the food bar and they go, "It's empty," and then suddenly there's a big pile in the corner.
Yep.
You see what I ought to do, and Donald said something this morning makes sense. I ought to go buy a bag of broccoli because they love broccoli. And just the frozen broccoli in there, feed them frozen broccoli every once in a while for a treat.
Now,
that'd be a hell of a lot better than feeding them.
Well, you just said two things there, right? One, that broccoli will be a treat for them dogs. It won't be a treat for you, right?
I love broccoli.
Yeah, you don't like the smell it makes when it's coming out the other end, though.
Yeah, he's talking about the other end smells.
Yeah, don't worry about
that. Next time, Joel's on the panel in a chemical suit.
Just see 3 Pomeranians running around his house, fucking farting.
What I see? Who was it that said this? Somebody said they took the little baby carrots, boiled them in. Oh, Victoria, my daughter-in-law, she got the little baby carrots and boiled them in beef broth, and let them boil till they just started to get a little bit tender. Then she's froze them in the freezer, and then she gives it to Luna as a treat every once in a while. So it's got the beef smell to it and taste to it, but it's carrots. So I may do that too.
You do know that there's carrots, peas, and all that in the dog food.
Oh yeah, but that's just something, they'll have the dog food, but then if for a treat during the day, I'll give them like a frozen one. If I cut her down to a couple of those a day, she's got to lose weight.
Because see, like Tyson does the same thing. He doesn't eat all his dog food, and he'll always have a little bit left, and then Bo will come along and just fucking mow it down. But I don't ever say that because Bo's not overweight, so I don't mind if he cleans up the bowls,
Now Loki will graze all day. That's why I really need to cut it down to where they're limited to their food, like first thing in the morning, and then during the day, if they get anything else, it's going to be like the lettuce or some cabbage or something like this. Give it to him like that for about a month and see what happens. Because when we weighed her this morning, she needed to lose about 4 pounds.
Yeah.
And that's
I
a
know,
lot for a
I
dog
know
that
what's
size.
going to happen, Paul.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Sorry, Joe. Yeah. In about a month's time, you're going to start looking like a steak to them dogs. They'll be like, yeah. Din-dins.
But that's the thing,
Yeah.
4 pounds to lose on a Pomeranian, that's like equivalent to a human losing like
It's about
30
a third
or
of a
40
weight.
pounds. Yeah.
About a third of a weight. That's like me losing 70 pounds.
Yeah.
I ate with 100 pounds.
Those dogs aren't very big. I mean, yeah, 4 pounds.
And
is
she's a
lot.
Pomeranian Chihuahua. She's smaller. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that today. I'm going to go get, eventually I'm going to hit the store and I'm going to grab a couple of bags of the frozen stuff. And that way I can take some frozen ones out and put them in a container because they'll eat broccoli all day. And if I could give them something like broccoli or even, I'm going to have to look, I might get the mix one. It's got the carrots and everything in it.
Don't forget
So
the
it can
Brussels.
alternate it.
You might as well go all chemical. Get them the Brussels sprouts as well. Or the
hell
cabbage.
no. Not doing. I love Brussels sprouts myself.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts, bit of cabbage. Yeah, go the whole hog.
You take the Brussels sprouts and you put a little olive oil and you start cooking it to where it just starts to singe a little bit. And when it's just starting to get soft, and you add some garlic to it and some Cajun seasoning and all of that, and just start to brown them. And hey, boy, that's good.
I do them in bacon grease.
Yeah.
They come out really good like that.
I love the episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon goes on his diet eating Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts and asparagus, my 2 favorite vegetables.
Oh, screw that. Asparagus is disgusting.
I love asparagus, especially grilled asparagus on the barbecue.
Yeah, it's good.
What I do is take fresh asparagus, I put it in a big piece of tin foil, put a whole stick of butter in there with some garlic, and then wrap it up real tight, and then put it on the grill and let it sit there and sizzle inside there for about 30, 40 minutes, and then I'll pop some holes in it, let the smoke run through it. Really good.
If you ever have somebody coming round that you don't want to stay for a while, yeah, go and get some fresh dill and just hide it in the corner in a pot. Oh, you know, that stuff stinks.
It made me sneeze, but I'm sneezing just now.
You just do like Office Works and had dead fish all over.
Yeah, when I go pick her up, I'm gonna run to the Walmart right up that area and get a couple of bags of the stuff. And that way I'll have some stuff to give them tonight. Get some rice and I can make my red beans for the day.
See if they have your mixed fruit.
Oh, they do. They got it in again. The thing is, I go through a pound of that. I mean, a bag of that stuff in about 5 days.
Yeah, that mixed fruit is good for making smoothies. Or even if you want to add fresh fruit to your milkshake, put it in a blender.
I took some strawberries out of it the other day, and I let them thaw out a little, and then I made some pancakes and threw the strawberries in the pancakes too. That was pretty good. I used to buy blueberries, the frozen blueberries, and make pancakes and waffles and put like a couple of handfuls in them. Need to buy those again too.
What you do is you take that fresh fruit and then whatever fruit like juice you want, just put a little bit of splash in there. And you get a nice and like watery consistency, and then you make popsicles.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You can make some fresh fruit popsicles.
or I could spend $2.48 and get those 6 coconut cream bars.
Yeah, those are pretty good. I haven't had the coconut ones, but I like the strawberry ones. Are really good. You get the big old chunks of strawberry in there.
And the good news, those coconut cream bars are only 180 calories.
Well, that's supposed to be one of those brands. It's like an alternative healthy,
Yeah.
like dinner snack or whatever after dinner.
See, one other thing they really like too, green peas. The regular green peas. I get a bag of green peas, I can feed them for a month. Little treats.
Get one of those big
Yeah, that's what I'm
5-pound
saying.
bags.
I have got to go to that, giving her vegetables instead of giving her the cereal treat with the sugar and all that. Cut all that out of her diet. I'm about to do that. I'm gonna cut all that crap out of her diet.
I need to start taking her for walks too. Just around the apartment complex, walk
All I
around
gotta
a
do is
couple
walk to
times
my
a day.
back and sit down on the stool, and she'll be up front. I say, run. And she'll run to me and run back. I said, run, 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 run. And she'll run to me and run back. And she'll do that for an hour. So when I go sit down like that, she runs back and forth to me. So she huffs a little bit, but she's handling it well. I think, like I told the vet, I said, if she would drop down to about 8 pounds, she would probably have the murmur may not even be there. And the vet said, yeah. And she says, she got to a point where she was losing weight. And then all of a sudden she started gaining it. I was trying to think why. And I had cut her back on everything. Same, like right now, she's very cut back on stuff. Instead of get a little mini shredded wheats, they get one. She might get a half of one. So I'll cut her back. But what I do is notice that all of a sudden she's sitting over in the doorway and Loki walks over there and bringing her back food. So when Loki decides he wants to eat something, he's feeding her all day.
Yeah.
So you got to give him snacks separate and feed her separate.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you can do, and keep everything off the ground that she can get to.
Or once you swap the food, once you fed them, change the food round for healthy snacks. Yeah. So if they want to feed her, all she's getting is healthy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because like I said, I'm gonna cut their food down. I'm not gonna leave it in the dish. I'm gonna take the dishes up. I'm gonna just leave the water dish, and then I'll start putting it in. I might mix to make her eat a little bit. Mix some of the healthy stuff in with the food, so she'll eat that and then eat the food. And then once she's finished eating that, pick it up. And then during the day, instead of giving her another dish, just hand her a couple of those treats during the day. Like the healthy stuff. I'm saying, if I gave her frozen peas, I gave her 5 frozen peas and say all gone, she's happy.
And dogs are sitting and listening to his whole plan.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're both the 2 dogs I got right now. Tino's knocked out over in the red chair. He don't give a shit. Loki's knocked out right here. He don't give a shit. But you see, Loki. Let me tell you about Loki. Loki, I got him when he was when I think he was like 4 months, 5 months old. I had to take care of him. I didn't have any dogs because they went away for a week, so they left him with me. And he bit me. And I told you, he bit me one day. He growled and bit me. So he got punished. So I became alpha all of a sudden, the way I started treating him. So he knows that if I say something to him, he sits down. If I raise my voice to him or change the tone, he gets in the corner. Like, who did that? He'll go in the corner. Yeah, he just looked back at me when I said that. But he'll go get in the corner and sit in the corner.
He looked at you and went, "You think?"
But he'll go sit in the corner, like that. But now, when I'm up here, the other 2 will go in the back and go under the bed, go to sleep. He's got to be right next to me with a part of him touching me. And I'll look at him and I say, okay, got to get up. He'll get up and walk away. Or he'll, like at nighttime, he lays right there next to my bed on the shoes. And if I go to the bathroom, I'm the only one here, so I don't close the bathroom door. I'm right there. I'll go sit in the bathroom. He'll go get in front of the door and guard the door. So he's making sure I'm okay. That's just what he's done. But he don't try to bite now. I manhandle him now because I knew what he didn't like, and I made sure I kept doing it till he stopped. And the rule in this house, this is a no biting, no growling, kisses only house. I can let that girl know across the hall that too.
Well, you might want her bite though.
No biting, no growling, come kisses only. Well, they got 2 new neighbors moving in next door to me on both sides. And I can't wait. I think I know one of them already because they had a girl walked out she was out at the pool. I've never seen her before. She came from this area. Lord help me yesterday. Now I can't really fly my drone too much out there during the summertime because now they're all out by the pool and they might say something.
I'll just not go near the pool.
No, I'm gonna do the FPV anyway. It's gonna be the Avata 2. We'll be flying so fast past them they don't care. I don't fly here that much anyway, unless it's early in the morning. I've got to not been flying for a while. You know, and then yesterday I went, by the way, I went into the sim yesterday, last night. And I started playing. I'm gonna have to ask Johnny about the rates, what the difference, or look it up and do some research. So I changed the rates on the you see the ice cream, here it comes. So I did the rates difference. Man, I tell you what, I was crashing everything. I had to go back to the standard rates. And the standard rates, they got one thing, it's like it's called the Meadow, I think it's called. But it's like a little town. It's got all the Christmas lights going across it and all of this. And I was flying underneath those, coming up, doing backward spins, coming back underneath them, not hitting anything.
Did you can you use the goggles with it?
Can't use the goggles. I gotta look at the screen.
That's so stupid.
I know. I'd rather have the goggles.
Why the fuck didn't they add the goggles to that?
If I could do it with the goggles, I'd probably fly better.
Paul,
Dude,
do
I
you want to
wouldn't
grab Pepsi floats?
Pepsi float?
Yeah, he's muted.
Good
Don't
God,
tell me
dude,
you don't know what a Pepsi float is.
Same thing as a root beer float?
Yeah, with Pepsi in it.
Ice cream, but in your cookie.
Yeah, people do it with all kinds of sodas. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen people
Do
do it
over
with
here.
all types of sodas. But the original one over here would have been a root beer float.
Pepsi float is ice cream with Pepsi Cola, right?
Yep.
And then I tried the Pepsi with peanuts thing about a year and a half ago. It wasn't really impressive.
You see this stick right here? This is the main one you got to loosen, right? Now it's stiff. Is it supposed to be that stiff or is it supposed to be looser than that? I can't get it any looser.
Need a holder?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Because it's down when you start giving it. It's not going to go anywhere until you start giving it throttle. You know.
That's not normal.
He wears himself out.
I say that's not normal. He's tall.
Like I said, I can't believe they didn't add the goggles into that. It's so stupid.
What?
It's like, because I wouldn't want to play it any other way if I was playing a flight simulator like that. I'd much
'cause
rather have the goggles.
It's hard to judge when you're going down between something. With the goggles, at least with the goggles 3, you got, when you're using the motion controller, you got a circle that sits right there, and you got an X. You get that X by that circle, it's going exactly there. I had that X all on that pole.
I'm sure they'll end up adding them though at some point.
Yeah, you heard what I said,
I
right?
mean,
I had that X all on that pole when I hit it.
Now I'm pretty sure they'll end up adding it though. I just don't see them not adding it. That's kind of dumb if they don't.
But that $14, that $15 for that was pretty good. For that game Uncrashed, $15 ain't bad.
Is that the one you were playing?
That's the one I'm playing, Uncrashed.
Oh, I thought you were playing the built-in one on the controller
Oh.
they have now. Oh,
But uncrashed, like I said, you can't put the goggles either.
okay. I was thinking it was a different simulator.
Yeah, but if they had a simulator on the controller where I could use the goggles, that would be cool.
Well, that simulator you're playing now probably does allow goggles, just not the DJI ones. I'm
Well,
sure if you had another
I went
brand,
through the
they
settings,
probably
couldn't
would.
find anything but goggles.
Unless that setting doesn't pop up unless it's plugged in.
It could be. I'll get with Johnny. Lance plays. I'm gonna have to get with Lance and get on it with him. But like I said, I'm doing pretty good with it. It's just when I changed that rates to make it a little faster, to make it more responsive, man, I was tearing it up. I was hitting every branch, every all kind of stuff. It was tearing it up.
Because a lot of those FPV guys, they'll have multiple different brands of goggles.
Yeah. But
I don't
I think I asked Johnny, and Johnny said, no, you got to use a screen. You don't get goggles with it. I think I've asked him before.
So what'd you play on the computer?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
computer, on my curved screen right in front of me. It's pretty fun. Gives me something to do. I do it for about maybe 30 to 35 minutes, and then I get tired of doing it. Because after about 35 minutes, I'm getting a lot better. But then what happens? I'll tear it up.
And Corey. So just put your drone looking at the monitor. And you
Yeah,
can
that'll
use the
work.
goggles.
Got a point. But I said I would never go manual, and that's the only manual I'm doing right now.
There used to be a pair of glasses you could get that was actually turned your glasses into a monitor screen. You want to get yourself a pair of them.
You probably still have them.
Okay, it says
I think
the DJI Goggles 2, not the V2s, with Uncrashed Flight Simulator.
Well, then the threes won't work.
But it says, yeah, you can use FPV goggles with Uncrash. It says it supports Uncrash supports FPV goggles, allowing you to have more immersive simulation experience.
Well, I'm gonna go play with it.
So, yeah, you guys might want to look up some videos on YouTube and
Joe, what my question would be, did you contact the manufacturer or the people that own it?
No.
And tell them your ideas, because that's how a lot of these guys that get stuff sent to them, they call in and they give them a look from the outside.
Corey says he finds goggles and sims really mess with my head.
Yeah.
Like almost getting sick after about 15, 20 minutes. Well, it's one of those things. It's like motion sickness. Some people get affected, some won't.
Yeah, I used to get affected with the VR headset.
Right. And then like other people like me, I can be on a VR headset for hours and it don't bother me.
Yeah, I'm getting better with the when I'm flying an Easy Acro. Because like I said, I used to have to sit down doing the Avata 2. Now I can stand up and I'm okay, pretty much okay. And you got these guys, okay, they threw like a Molotov. Ooh, Lord help me.
Okay, Joe. So
showed-
you need to get a pair of FPV goggles that have HDMI in on them.
Okay.
Which the DJI ones Corey says does not allow. So you need
That
to
makes
find
sense.
if you really want to get into that simulator, you could always find you a little.
Well, I tell you what.
Like what would be a good brand, Corey?
Well, you can do a ride along with the Goggles 3. So you could do a ride along. Maybe I wonder if there's a way to do a USB-C to HDMI.
Yes.
Do the
email and then HDMI from the computer in.
it depends on if the port supports that, not all.
I'd have to make it a monitor.
It's
So
just
I'd
like
have to make it.
USB-C. Not all USB-C ports are the same.
Yeah.
Some support like data transfer, some don't.
All USB-C should support data transfer and power supply. what you'll find is it's the device itself, not the port. The port will.
I meant not to say I meant to
Because-
say some USB-C support video and some don't. You know what I'm
'cause you
saying?
do- yeah, if I want to do USB-C to a monitor off my phone direct, I have to run it from that to an adapter, and then that adapter has to be powered up by another USB-C.
See, I have a plug, and it's USB-C to HDMI, and it doesn't have to have external power. You can just plug it into. I used to use it on my Chromebook back when I had that. I'd plug it into there, and then I could plug it into a monitor. But that USB-C port supported that.
The guy that attacked them yesterday was hitting them with the fire bombs and with the homemade flamethrower. He was hollering "Free Palestine" as he was doing it.
Yeah.
And
What
the
was
mayor
the
of
attack?
Colorado Boulder says it wasn't a terrorist attack.
Like I
But they
said,
showed
what the
it,
mayor,
you can't
mayor's
see the guy
opinion
in the
don't
back.
matter at this point.
Oh yeah, he don't care. They don't care about him. But in the back, they got the people. Here's the thing that gets me: they're throwing a flammable liquid on these people. That's pretty cool.
It's not it might not be an act of terrorism, but it'd be an act
Ooh.
of.
New yearbook.
Yeah, it's a hate crime. Either way.
This is what I said to you.
They're showing the guy on the ground on fire, and they're throwing water on him. Now it's a flammable liquid. The water's not going to put him out. You have to cover him. And then you see the guy, some guy in the background. A cop got him on his face, and the guy's got him on his face, and he's raking that arm behind his back, locking him up. So it must be the guy.
Well, there's certain chemicals too that have bad reactions with water, and you have to use a special, you know, retardant or something.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
put
You
it
don't
out.
throw water on it. It's got to be a powder or something.
But like we said to you yesterday, these wars are moving away from their countries. And this is why our Prime Minister
Oh,
this
for sure.
morning,
That's always been an issue.
yeah, but our Prime Minister this morning said we're now on a footing for war. He's preparing the country for war, but didn't say what war. So they're expecting.
But that's always a problem when two countries are going at it and other ones are got their fingers in the pie. You know, shit's gonna spill out.
Well, it's not just. It wouldn't matter if you had the fingers in the pie or not. What you see, what these Free Palestine people are saying is, you know, the Palestinians are a target, so that means every Jewish person's a target. You know, in their eyes, it doesn't matter that the normal Jewish people are not the ones that are the problem. It's the governments.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you're more likely to see a bad reaction to a situation like that go on in a country that's involved third party in the situation, like the U.S. is in Israel. And
I don't know. Once it starts hitting countries that are not involved, that's when the shit will hit the fan.
What's up, Jason? Welcome back.
Yeah, don't know what war we're getting involved in, but apparently we're on war footing. The country preparing itself for war.
And I don't even think you need an actual pair of FPV goggles, Joe. I think you could just use VR goggles with a HDMI in. God, they weren't lying They called those goggles Fat Sharks, man. Those things are fucking bulky by today's standards. Well, if you can do the ride along on the third, you said there was a third generation of goggles?
Yeah.
So that would have an HDMI in to go from the controller or another pair of goggles, right?
No, I don't think it has a HDMI. No, it doesn't have an HDMI on the goggles. It only has a USB-C. I think you got to do a ride along through Wi-Fi.
Okay, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it does. So there it says ride along, and other people, whoever's using theirs, got to say ride along, and the two connect to each other. I think it's got to be goggles 3, goggles 3.
No, it does have HDMI. Look.
Goggles 3.
Yeah, right here. Look, it says HDMI right there on the connectivity.
Yeah, but it could be when it says HDMI, it could be HDMI through USB-C, which is the new thing.
Yeah, the only thing I got on here is a USB-C. So
Yeah, see where it says HDMI? Unless there's a mini HDMI port somewhere on it.
Yeah,
No,
that's what it's more likely to be.
Only one
Why
port
you buy
right
an
there.
adapter for it?
Why don't you Google where the HDMI socket is?
That's what I'm gonna look at.
What is Joby plugging in?
No, it's very possible there is a port there that he just never found a cover for.
Yeah.
No, there's no port.
But it could be HDMI through USB-C, which you just buy a little adapter.
See, but now it's saying it doesn't have it when I Googled that. But yet it says it on the specs list. Okay, from DJI's website, it says it does not support. So they must have the specs list wrong on Amazon. Okay.
Wait, Amazon getting the specs list wrong? Nah, never.
Connecting the goggles 3 to an RC Pro with a Type-C to Type-C data cable. And the
RC, you connect them from the HDMI and the RC Pro to it.
Okay, so my next question, Corey, if you didn't hear me a minute ago, was like, what would be a good set of goggles for just doing that aren't like outrageously expensive? Like just a decent little set of FPV goggles with HDMI in. Telling you, the goggles have gotten a lot more compact since the first generation of them.
Yep.
Those things are like fucking having a cardboard box on your forehead. Like a fucking shoe box.
You remember when Google brought out its VR to rival Samsung, and it was a cardboard box.
Yep.
Well, Google failed too on their Google glasses or whatever. I guess they worked, but they were just outrageously expensive too. I don't know. I never got to use a pair of them, so I don't know how well they worked.
Well, it was the privacy behind them, weren't it?
I think a majority of it had to do with they weren't mass producing them. I think they were just too expensive. It was one of the problems. Or I don't even know if they ever brought them. I think they had them on market for a little while.
Yeah, you can still buy them in the second-hand stores.
I don't know if you could still use them for anything.
Like all these glasses with the built-in cameras in them. But why would you want that?
It depended, I guess. Like I could see Jason using it when he's doing his tree cutting stuff. Like if he didn't want to have a big ass like GoPro sitting on his helmet or something like that. But you'd have to have a very specific case use to really get any use out of that, or get your money's worth out of it.
Yeah, or you're a sicko.
Because the Ray-Ban ones, I think, are like $300 or something. They're
Yeah,
not
no,
cheap.
that's what I mean. Not cheap. Fucking Laura wanted a pair the other month, and I was like, "What for?" She went, "Oh, so I could do my YouTube and a TikTok." Paul, not on camera.
Like I said, I don't even think they would have to be.
Yeah, they were 470 quid over here. It was like, screw that, Laura. Buy a solid webcam on a long pole. A lot of spy cameras about these days as well.
Corey's put a few comments in the chat for you guys.
Yeah, I read them.
We're way ahead of you, Paul.
Yeah, I'm not a gamer, so I don't know.
But where's Mark and all them?
Mark had a doctor's appointment. He had to go to.
Lucky bastard. Yeah, I took some keyrings out to one of these motivated mind places, you know, for my charity thing. The keyrings I was going to dish out for the awareness.
Uh-huh.
And I got them out, and I went, just want to know if you could put a couple of these on your counter. I'll let people pick them up. It's got the phone number on for domestic abuse charity, you know, the hotline. And he went, certainly. Next thing you know, they were all fucking gone. It was like, the fuck?
Oh.
50 fucking keyrings just gone in seconds. Every fucker likes a free keyring. So I'm now making more. Until they all start ringing the number on it, find out it's a fucking...
Here you go, Joe. These have the HDMI in and all that.
Not bad.
I think they're like one something there. 159.
That's not bad. And there was another one up there for $70-something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's one of those big shoebox ones. I don't know if you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the big one.
You want something more compact. There's a link for it if you just want to look at it.
Yeah, that would make a whole big difference in the way you learn.
Yeah, that's why I said you could get us a not too expensive set.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that $72. That would drive me nuts.
And you could use them just for playing your game and all that.
Yep.
And those are, they said they're DJI compatible too.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you'd be able to connect. Maybe you try those. You might like those better than the DJI ones.
If I could do it on, see, it's a big deal. If I could do it with the sim, I'd rather have them. I'll add
Well,
it to my list and look at it later.
Not necessarily, Dusty. I mean, you can get the older goggles. Like I said, they're just bulky as shit. Those are
Yeah.
going for pretty cheap because nobody's buying them anymore. Everybody's buying the newer shit that's all nice and compact and
Because
small.
everyone's getting rid of them has got a fucking sore neck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I was seeing the big box ones from the name brand guys that were going for like 50 to 80 bucks. Like they're not that expensive. It's just the trade off is it's like I said, having a shoebox on your fucking face. I tried DJI goggles. I couldn't see shit underwater. Got to turn the cameras on. Yeah, because I think flying with goggles is definitely going to give you more of a natural feel for it. Fucking Corey. East Coast, $10 for a pair of swimming goggles. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said all goggles. He didn't specify what type. You lied in that statement, Dusty. I can go to the dollar. I can go to Dollar Tree and probably get 3 sets for $1.25. Might not be any good, but
In a Dollar Tree. Guess what I got there yesterday?
what?
I went over and I said, "Well, I need to get some. I feel like some peanuts or something like that." And I went over and I said, went looking for them, and I was gonna get the honey roasted, but I said, "Nah, I don't really kind of want them." And then I looked over and they had a blue bag that said coconut cashews. I looked at it, and it was hardly any calories. And what they do is they roast them in a kettle and throw the coconut in there and it sticks to them. I bought a bag of those. Talking about good.
Oh, you guys are fucking weird.
Well, they're the little planters ones. Little planters bags.
Just a little bag of them. Little clusters like a whole cashew, but with coconut stuck to it. Tasted pretty good.
I'm sorry, but
One of the eeriest images ever taken. A crash site on another planet. The image was captured by NASA's Ingenuity Mars helicopter back in 2022. The wreckage sparked wild alien theories and online debates, but the fragments of spacecraft are actually the
and we're
remains
using
of NASA's
AI.
20 mission, a rare miss for NASA's naming team. The otherworldly images show the remains of the supersonic parachute that helped NASA's Perseverance rover land on Mars in 2021. It lays dormant next to the shattered back shell which encased the rover.
Well, there you go.
Fake. That's fake.
Well, all that video was just to give you a visualization of what he was talking about.
Yeah.
But the story's true.
Yeah. So when I said you guys are weird, right? You boil your water in the microwave and you roast your cashew nuts in the kettle.
I don't boil any water in the microwave unless I'm making top ramen or something like that. Making some ramen noodles was about the only time I ever boil water in the microwave.
Actually, the best way to make ramen noodles is you boil the water in the pan with the noodles in it, let the noodles soak, and then put the flavoring in and just let the whole lot soak into the noodles. Sorted.
Oh, dude, I've seen some people do some crazy doctoring up of ramen noodles where they like add all kinds of shit to it and then it looks really good.
Yeah.
You should see some of the shit the prisoners make with that. Oh my god.
Yeah. You see, you can make ramen noodles in the kettle. Wouldn't recommend it, but they do in prisons.
Oh yeah, they do over here. I've seen some prisons where the prisoners were allowed a kettle in their room. They'd use it to boil water. Or they'd make a makeshift one out of like electrical shit.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about right there.
Pack it in. Birds.
Oh, okay.
Right there. Yeah, it's just got just stuck. It's a whole cashew with the coconut kind of
Yeah, we
kind
get
of
them over here.
cooked to it. That's really good. That's $5.99 for 13 ounces. It wasn't 13 ounces,
Gee.
but it was $1.25 over there.
Yeah, cashews are always expensive though.
They're £1 over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and get a couple more bags and just keep them here.
Might be a bit expensive on the airline ticket.
There's some peanuts that are, or some types of peanuts over here that are always a little more pricier than others.
Yeah, we do chocolate covered peanuts and chocolate covered raisins and chocolate covered cashew nuts and all sorts for £1.
You can go to the dollar store. They got those, like all the different chocolate covered stuff.
Yeah, the new ones are yogurt flavored. Right, the yogurt covered banana chips, like a dried yogurt.
Yeah, we got some over here that are like little. They kind of look like they're kind of little round chocolate balls, and they'll have yogurt inside of them.
Yeah, white yogurt. No, we get these. We get them. They're Muller Corners, but no, these are like a banana chip, and it's literally got like a sugary yogurt just covered over it. That's dried yogurt.
I love banana chips.
The only problem with it is they are absolutely delicious, but fucking sickly after a couple of them. But you can't just open a packet and eat one. You have to fucking keep going back. No matter how sick you're feeling, that bag's got to be finished.
I love banana chips. I can eat those. You dump some in your cereal, let the milk soak back up in them.
We actually get them in cereal with fruit and fiber.
Yeah, some of our cereals have banana chips in them.
Yeah, but yeah, the birds love banana chips.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of dehydrated stuff, but I do like banana chips.
Hey, those are good.
So much dehydrated fruit. Jesus. You see, in the winter months, the birds get fresh fruit. In the summer months, they get the dehydrated stuff. Stop flies.
Guys, I'm gonna jump off. Go do something before I pick up my dog. Find something
I'll
to do.
catch you later. Yeah, I think it's about time to shut it down anyway. It's almost
Want to shut
12:30.
it down, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. David, we'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, catch you all later.
Okay.
Later.